Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
All right, we live?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. DJ WhySham is in the building.
From the 617 to your backyard.
I was going to say that if you didn't say it.
Oh, dang, sorry. Let me
No, it's all good.
mic down.
But we got you. We're lucky. We got you fresh off of Banner Night. You were just there last night.
Yo, it was amazing.
Celebrity status.
So-
Yeah, so you met Kodak Black. You met Metro Boomin. You are always rubbing shoulders with celebrities,
Look
which
at-
we
you
need
see
to
the
talk
smile?
about. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Nobody around here is meeting celebrities as often as you. It's crazy.
Y'all think I just call these people up like, hey, Kodak, come down the street. Like, what's
Yeah,
up?
you
Like,
are friends with Kodak Black. That's why I asked you to bring him on the podcast tonight.
You know what you should do? Make a deck of playing cards of you with all these different people. Make it the different
Hey.
cards and stuff. I think.
How
know,
much you want for that? 20%?
Honestly, yeah.
okay.
You guys heard it here. Yeah. Mark it down.
No, I like that.
Actually, we're gonna
That's
cut this
actually-
out. This will be. No one knows about this part.
So the people who don't know, people are wondering, what's the deal with the Celtics? You're always at the Garden, right? Finals last year, you were there every night. You're
Oh my
always
God.
DJing. So how did it start? How'd you get the deal with the Celtics and you know, just how'd you get that opportunity?
I'm going to start off saying, number one, yet I do not officially work for the Celtics, okay?
Yeah.
Yet. But no, shout out to
Contracted by the Celtics.
contracted by the
There you
Celtics,
go.
like, you know,
Same thing.
consultant, like, you know,
Same thing, yeah.
the special events DJ, you know, like, you know. But shout out to Quincy. He actually works at Estella's. He runs Estella's a little bit, like, you know, that's the next hand man in line. He was working at the city of Boston. They had a Pride event there, and they tapped me in to DJ their Pride event. They had a collaboration with the Celtics. Then I was like, fast forward, reached out to them. What did I say? 20 when they played the Heat in the playoffs.
2023.
2023, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, time is going by. Like,
Stop
just like that.
reminding me.
Right. Time is going by. And reached out and asked like if they needed a DJ for outside, like where I was before. And they was like, yeah. And I was like, oh snap, it's lit. They lost. So
Yeah.
I only think I did like a game or maybe two. I don't want to play y'all like that. Like I forgot if they look up the stats. I ain't
Okay.
the stat person.
Jack probably knows.
Right. I was like, that's the stat guy.
It was one or two.
I just be knowing if they lose or win because it'd be traumatic. No, so I'm joking.
Oh yeah. Well, they had that. That was when Derek White had that game winner in Miami, and then we came back for
and
Game
just
7, and we lost in Game
Lost.
7.
Like
Yeah.
we just be good goodness, like just close out. But
Yeah.
anyways, we got banner 18.
We did. Oh, we have to raise it, by the way. We got it.
Oh yeah.
We got an empty
Yeah.
spot right here, so we'll do that in a little bit.
Number 18, number 19 loading, everybody. Number 19 loading. I
Yes,
don't know.
absolutely.
It's 50-50 right now. I've been seeing they say it's going to be a back-to-back, and some people are just hating. So I'm going
It's
for
gonna
the
be
back-to-back.
back-to-back. If
I'm
we
Well,
stay
we
like,
healthy.
just shared a clip from Say That Jack's
If
theory.
we stay healthy.
look
Yeah.
at stay
Stay
healthy.
healthy.
Exactly. Because
That's the key.
oh my God, Porzingis, my baby, he did really, really amazing. And
Yeah. We just need to save him for the playoffs.
Right.
Do it. Like,
I singled him out because I always say like the tall, slinky players, they always go out
Oh,
first.
the big dogs always get
right.
hurt. Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
just like,
It's a
see
long
him
way to
go so
fall.
long. Right. Look
Right.
at, and they be trying to play dirty. You know, sometimes they
Oh, yeah.
like
Lot
come
of
on now,
elbows
right,
down low.
right.
Yep.
So to jump back to this year, I got reached out to do. No, I did the Pride event this past year also as well, the
Mm-hmm.
March event.
Is that annual or is that one time?
This I would say it's annual because this is the second year I did it.
Okay.
Forgot who they played last year because I was outside and then I cannot remember, but I know who they played this year because it was Steph Curry. It was the
Oh,
Golden
way.
State Warriors. That's like
Can't forget that.
Can't forget that at all. And see, he's tall man, very tall man, like definitely NBA tall, but very tall man.
I thought Steph Curry was
Steph
like
Curry's
5'6".
Remember,
he's not. He's literally like 6'2", 6'3", maybe, which is not even tall for the NBA.
Yeah, but on
Y'all,
paper,
I'm
in
sure,
real
y'all-
life,
In real life.
5'8". He's 5'8".
Wow. Oh, they added on
That's
2
my
inches.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody, including y'all, everybody's taller than me. So at this point, I'm just like,
Same.
oh my
I
gosh,
feel
you're a
that. I feel
giant.
that.
So they reached out, and then Pride event, that's March. Finals come around. I feel like I'm skipping an event, but well, nope, because finals started April, May.
The playoffs start in April.
Playoffs, yeah. So I
Yeah.
started in a. Nope, that's not true. I did not DJ there. Let me not post that. It was the finals, the actual finals itself.
actual finals.
Right, the
So,
actual
like,
finals
June.
itself. Right. I reached out. I won't say for what, for something else. And I'm grateful that they said, we can't do this, but do you want to DJ for the finals? And I was like, yes, absolutely. Like the final, like Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'll drop everything I got.
Right.
That's it. Are you serious? What I didn't know at the time, they said we're gonna play it like, one by one, and I was okay with that because I'm just like, even game one was just like the excitement. Everybody was out there. The crowd was just like amazing. Did game one. They said come back. Did game two. Am I skipping? Then game 3 and 4, they had like the watch parties.
Yeah.
For it, but there was like a mixture of stuff. I had paid for tickets, everybody got free tickets from organization. They took the youth and stuff like that. So I did not was not just be walking up in there at the watch party, because that was a separate event, like outside. Like it was a part of the Celtics, but it wasn't through the Celtics.
Makes sense, yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't like, like their main event. Then what was that? Game 4 or 5? Whoa, 1, 2, game 5. We come back here, and then I'm just sitting there waiting, looking at the email, like, I don't know. I did game 1 and game 2.
Right.
Got the email, and I was just like, this is about to be crazy.
That's awesome.
Like, this is about to be crazy. And I had
So
an
from game to
amazing
game,
time.
you didn't know whether you were going to be doing it or
No,
not.
no.
That's crazy.
And then for me, I like that because it's just like an excitement.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was like, okay, it's like, why not? Like, just to keep it up like consistent. But it's just like, still, I wait my turn and stuff happens. But no, game 5 was like insane. Like everybody was just everywhere, just busybodies, just moving everywhere. Insane. Just
Like a legendary night in the city.
Yeah.
And
Did you feel like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, just to be a part of it and to be like, chosen to kind of curate the vibes on such a legendary night is insane. That's
That was
awesome.
actually what I was getting at. So did you feel like you had some sort of like you were kind of coercing the crowd in certain ways, depending on like what you might play or whatever, right?
Yes, I'll say the main thing I wanted to do was keep it upbeat.
Yeah.
No slow music.
yeah.
Like, like,
Oh, yeah.
this is
It's a
not the
high
time
energy night,
to be
yeah.
playing like a kumbaya song, like just like no, just the high energy, just fast paced, and the throwbacks too, like celebrate good time, like everybody's enjoying that. Like, we didn't even win yet, but I'm like, no, we are winning. We're gonna start off just like that.
Yeah, get the vibes out there.
I think the only slow song I played was Congratulations, and then
Okay.
we still didn't win yet, but I was just like, we're gonna win.
You gotta play that type of
I
stuff.
think that was like during halftime.
The
I
feeling
was,
was
just
in
like,
the air.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to win.
Right. Everybody was just excited. Like the kids was excited. Everybody just going crazy.
That's awesome. That must have been so much fun being out there.
Yeah. And a shout out to literally just like the Celtics staff though. Like they've been working hard, like busy bees. Like there's like a person for everything.
Yeah.
And everybody's all on the same page. Like they don't miss a beat. So definitely just grateful to be in the presence and just be looking like, oh,
Yeah, that's
it's
awesome.
going down like that. Like it's crazy out here. It's crazy.
Well, that type of operation that has to run nightly, like perfectly,
Yep.
and you just have these people that like, it's not always routine. I feel like that stuff because things change. There's
Just
new
like that.
guests. There's like other, whatever there might be, just like things you have to get prepared, or you might not even. Are you in the exact same location every time? I'm not familiar. Like, are you even set up in the same booth spot, or is it like, do they tell you where to go every time?
So it depends. Like the first 2 times I was outside. They call it like the big stairs, like the main stairs that everybody enters in, and you're DJing like right off to the side. For the finals, I was inside of like what is that? It's not Legends, but it's like outside of Legends, like the courtside lounge. So that's like where everybody's going to the floor at, and then. Well, they're going to the floor and they get food too. So that's the main thing too. They're going to get their food and then they're going to the game. So I'm like, well, there. So that's how I keep seeing people.
Okay.
That's how I seen Terrell Owens, everybody. Everybody's like, T.O. was there. I'm like, yeah, he was lit at game 5. Everybody was turned up.
You see everybody. You see everybody.
Oh yeah, give us the tea. Who gets the most fucked up at these games? Has anybody been too fucked up? So when you meet them, you're kind of like, yikes.
No. So I see people when they're either coming or leaving. And when they're leaving, they're not that, like, I'm going to be real. Like, the fans are fucked up, like
Yeah,
in
of
a good
course.
way, like they're fucked up,
Yeah,
in a good way. I'm gonna say that again. Like she said that she ain't coming back here. The A-list and the celebrities and stuff like that, I personally haven't seen.
Oh, I
them.
see. You also have to protect your brand, so you can't talk a little bit of shit.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
you know, that's fine. I just
But
like to. I'm
everybody
seeing what I
enjoys
can get.
themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, of course.
Everybody enjoys themselves.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But also, like I haven't nobody. I haven't seen nobody act crazy. I haven't seen anybody get kicked out.
Okay.
And then again, so much stuff happens inside the game that I don't know because I'm outside.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
like I DJ post game right before everybody, like, the game starts, and then people, like, they're shooting around, and then I DJ during halftime.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like no real break for me to even see honestly the game, because I'm gonna if I get in there, sit me down, the quarter's over, and then it's halftime already, honestly. And then I'm running back down trying to, oh my God, let me, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't work out.
And you're DJing for all the rich people, right? And we know that they don't like to go back to the game in the third quarter. They kind of wait. They linger a little bit.
The people who I DJ for are the people who, if you got it, you're going to spend it. Because I seen my friends,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
sitting on the floor last night, and I was just like, oh, he was like, I got a good check. And then, it took me and my girl. I was like, wait, what? But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got the tickets last minute. So if the people got it, they
No,
spend
true.
it.
That's true.
And if you a baller, and then you like, in the $1 million, $1 billion bracket,
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say to that. Like,
Right.
just put me in your season. Hold it past two.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got to make those connections. So you met Kodak Black, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Let's list off the celebrities you've met. 'Cause it's
Wait, just at the
crazy.
finals? At the
Well,
finals?
yeah,
Like
Just
the Celtics
in
alone?
general, I saw you with Teddy Swims one time. Like I could go on. I've seen you with everybody.
Teddy Swims, what they say, what Fab say, shout out to my ex. So I was saying, shout out to but this person I was dating put me on a Teddy Swims. So it was crazy. And we was just talking about him, and I was like, okay, he's gonna be there. Let's go see him. Like, we're at Boston Calling. I didn't say we was at Boston Calling.
Okay.
And then went to go see him, and because we were performing, well, I was performing. They were with me.
Yeah.
I had to pass.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
you can stand where like the press is at. So you're like front row view, and we were listening to the music before, but in person, I was like, oh my God, like Teddy Swims got it. Like,
yeah, he's good.
What?
Yeah,
he's
Like,
good.
What? Like, that's funny. I ain't trying to compare white man to white man, but I was like, no, Jelly Roll, I like you, okay? But I was like, Teddy.
No,
like,
he doesn't have a voice like Teddy
I
Swims.
was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No,
Teddy,
not at
oh
all.
my, that's
It's so
It's
powerful.
so like raspy. I was like, oh, okay. And then what honestly set it off, he was in his socks on stage. I was like, oh,
No
he
way.
comfortable. Drunk
I
a
love
beer, crushed it. I said, oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
lit.
he's
It's
the
lit.
man.
He's like, oh, he's comfortable.
I really like how comfortable
I
this
love
guy
that.
is. Yeah.
If anyone's ever seen me dressed, I'm a man of comfort as well.
Yeah.
So I totally understand.
was
That's
chilling.
amazing. Yeah.
And then on the backside, I told y'all earlier, I said I only asked once because I've seen, let's just say I don't get starstruck. The only time, okay, well, take it back to the finals a little bit. I'll bounce around. Only time I got starstruck at the finals was at the end. And shout out to my auntie. She got me into the locker room. It's like you meet the
So
players.
crazy.
And I wasn't
You're
like that,
everywhere.
right?
It's
But I went to the
unbelievable.
locker room and I have no footage because the video was 4 seconds because I was so shocked. I literally took the video, I turned around in a circle and stopped my camera because I seen Porzingis and I was like, oh my God, that's the man who I want to meet. Like literally, I think it was like so vivid right now. And I was like,
And also, you might have to sign some documents depending on what you catch on camera.
no facts.
True.
No, but honestly, at that time, it was like the end of the parade.
Okay.
So that's when I got to the locker room. That was the parade. So I'm jumping around both finals, but the parade. But everybody was in there. Like I don't say everybody. Whoa, back up. Like all their family and friends and stuff. So people were recording, but I was just like, whoa, like, and everything was just so big. I was
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. I don't know. I'm still like shocked about it. Like this is a freaking NBA
So
locker room.
you were on a float in the parade. Also, let's talk about that.
yeah.
we can't
what's-
talk about that.
Hold on.
You were
yeah.
in the parade.
Give us. There's like some serious lore that I feel like we're missing right now. Like I don't know what's going on.
I should have told
Do
you
you
what we
play
can't
for
talk
the
on the camera.
Celtics?
I should have said what we can't talk on the camera. Is the flow. Wait, no, I'm joking.
Oh yeah. Okay. Jeez. Go.
Let's
like,
just
you know,
say was grateful to get on the float.
Yeah.
And then once we was on the float,
Yeah.
It was over after that.
Yeah. You had a good time?
Yeah.
I bet. I mean, you
great
gotta
time.
go crazy. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
And just what's crazy is there was 2 empty floats in the back. So I was like, I wish I would have hit people up and be like, yo, come down here right now.
How do they have empty floats?
That's what I said, because I would have been on the empty one by
Also,
myself going
right?
crazy.
Why would they even leave? Like if they
had
don't
to.
have- Oh,
Right, yeah,
really?
they had to.
Oh my god! I'd be
trust
like,
I
I'm
asked,
staying in the
because I was
parking
trying to get
lot.
off the
That's
float.
crazy.
That's crazy.
I was like, y'all don't want to drive around by yourself, but they already had lifted up the little the little stool thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was over after that. They was like,
So,
Like,
do you think
sit
people
there.
really drank those puke beers out of the cooler?
ew, I don't. So you,
Oh, the Sam Hauser story?
Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Probably.
That's gross.
their boats was lit. Like my boat, my boat.
They
whatever.
were lit.
If you got
was-
E. coli after the parade, you might be entitled to compensation.
From the
Reach out.
NBA.
Yeah, probably.
They were
Think about it, you know?
typically at parades.
Chill out. You shouldn't even lie.
All right, we'll cut that. We'll cut that. We'll cut that. Yeah, yeah.
Stop. Keep it. Oh my goodness.
Typically at parades, though, you see other parades I've been to, you see fans throwing beers to the players, but the players were throwing beers to the fans. That was crazy.
And
Danger zone.
Right.
I was like, Derek White was just
People
hucking
getting
beers to people.
like y'all know y'all work out for a living, right? Y'all just chucking
Crazy.
stuff off the.
Just bullets.
Yeah.
Of,
But no, my float was like the chill float. It was like a
I
sponsor.
saw you go by, and I didn't know you. Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna be in the parade. I was like, oh my god, it's WhySham. I was going crazy.
I didn't know I was gonna be pretty. Stop.
I was like, I know her. It was wild.
And I see my goddaughter. She's like, Auntie. My nickname is Shamani, but then she broke it down. She calls me Auntie Money. She's like, Auntie Money, Auntie Money. I was like, oh shoot, like there's everybody outside today. It was fun though. It was fun. It was fun.
What was that like? Just looking out there and seeing all those people being like they're obviously cheering for the players, but you're on there and you're just like
This sounds crazy.
you're just like I'm part of this
Wait.
right now. Like this is crazy.
This, and I never want. No, I'm gonna say it. It felt good because you're saying that you see me. There was so many people hitting me up like, I just see you on the float.
Oh yeah.
It was going crazy for days, and I was just like, oh my gosh! And it wasn't even like a ego thing. It was more like, yo, I'm actually repping for the city. Like I'm out here,
Right.
like Boston. Like I like y'all players, but. Y'all didn't go to BPS. Y'all didn't go to school. Y'all didn't go to
Like
whatever.
I've been a
Like,
Celtics fan longer than you guys have been on the Celtics. So
I've been telling people work there. I'm like, come on
Yeah.
now, stop it. So it just felt good in that sense of just like, yep. And I had this tatted for years. I'm 617 before y'all. It was
That's
like
awesome.
617
That's
days.
awesome.
So that was like more the feel.
honestly, it couldn't be a better representative for Boston to be on the floats than you. No, seriously,
Really,
you're
yeah.
like you are definitely,
Oh my God.
A face of Boston, one of
Okay.
them, one of the many. There's a few.
That
but
day I found out I was like, oh dang, you was there too. Oh, you was there. Oh, you was there. I should have
Yeah.
put on a mask. But no, it was lit. It was lit.
That's awesome. That's incredible. So you work with the Connecticut Sun a lot too. You work with them.
Right.
You work for them,
No.
with them.
Not the NBA or the WNBA.
Well, they love you in Connecticut. That's all I can say.
Because I
you're
spend
there a
money.
lot.
That's why everybody likes me, because I spend money. That's it. They're trying to get me to become a sourceman, but I'm putting that on camera.
Oh man.
Look,
Is that the secret? Spend money and opportunities show up?
I
Is that-
guess I feel in certain ways, but honestly, I was just honestly a genuine fan, and certain stuff just comes in like networks in certain ways that I'm grateful for, because this sounds like I feel like even I wasn't going to the games, like somehow, some way that would have probably got connected, but then I don't know how close or heavy, because I feel like in Boston, everything's always a degree away from each other. And especially like helping out like with sports and stuff like that, like with the girls basketball team. Shout out to Hoops Collaborative. Make sure y'all go donate to these guys too. Okay. They need to keep it going.
Yes.
I try to do like the light voice. Like,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm always telling people to donate at this point.
Yeah, big donations.
All right. But no, I am grateful. Shout out to Coach Mitch. They took this time, now at this point, 200 girls and counting to Connecticut Sun because they have a partnership with them. And I'm just like, can I come through? They're like, yeah. Brought the God Kids the first time. This time they couldn't make it, so I slid through with the camera, and then shout out to the folks over there. They let me through with the camera and got some shots. Like, I ain't trying to be like, photographer, but it's like, I just wanted some content, and they was balling. Like, I'm so sad that they didn't make it, like, all the way through, but I'm so proud of them because seeing them from like the beginning, like they really put in work. Just like the Celtics, and it's like the Celtics sisters, like they're really like the baby team of the Celtics.
They
like
are
the underdogs.
They are
like,
the official sister team
Right.
of the Celtics now, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I think they are.
I was like, sports guy.
Yeah, no, they are. They definitely are. Like they've
Jack
done that
said
with
it,
the
it's true.
WNBA now. They've like linked the teams with NBA teams.
Dope.
kinda.
Okay.
So
It's like I'm trying to like
WNBA team.
merge. That makes sense because the Minnesota Timberwolves and then the Minnesota Lynx, and they got the. I'm just gonna say like the Timberwolves, like that arena was amazing. Like it was nice. Like it was nice.
What, to
the
see
States.
the Lynx?
Yeah.
Do they play in the same arena as the Timberwolves? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's like the major
Interesting.
difference. Right. Major
Interesting.
difference. Like the WNBA, the Connecticut Suns, they play at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
Right. And that's like,
So why aren't they in Boston? What's that all about?
First, I didn't want them here because I was being selfish. Like, I'm not trying to spend extra money to see them because
Right.
I know that's gonna.
Yeah,
So I told them maybe I should
exactly.
become a
It's
source
nice and
member
cheap in
now
Connecticut.
before like they switch their minds. But it's disappointing, and I will definitely say that seeing them had to share a gym like when they first start off in the playoffs, share with a birthday party.
Whoa,
right?
that's crazy.
So I'm just like that's.
That's not right.
Right.
That's
like,
not right.
kick them out and give them some floor seats. Like, why are they splitting a gym?
Were
like,
they playing at Mohegan Sun before it kind of has been blowing up recently, or is that a new thing?
I don't know.
I think they have. I think they've
Because
been there for a while.
I think this is where my brain's going a little bit with the casino part of it is I know casinos kind of they comp tickets for stuff a lot, and maybe like for something that maybe isn't filling at the time the stadium, they're like, let's have these like people who just lost their house come in over here, and I could see that being the reason like why they would have it be attached to a casino, because they're kind of like trying to paper rooms all the time. I know like comedians do it too and stuff like that.
They
so.
be having some good deals, like on packages with the casino, and then like a food meal ticket, and if you gamble, they have like that, and then you get like the game ticket and stuff like that. But for me, I don't gamble. I don't like spending $5, and I did it after the last game, and I was just like, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah, arcades are not for me.
Arcades are fun, but gambling, it's a fine line.
In on arcades, out on gambling.
I'm like, oh, I just need 40,000 tickets and I can get a Switch.
Right, you get it.
I'm like, sounds good to me.
And you realize you could have just went and bought the Switch from Target or something. Like, what?
How much did the tickets cost? $5,000.
I haven't been to a good arcade in a long time.
No.
Dude, shout out to Jillian's it's right in Fenway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
wow.
That's probably the last one I've been to actually.
Yeah, it used to be just like a terrible bar, but now it's like a fun arcade place. And you can win.
It's like an adult
prizes,
arcade.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
I think I still have some cards with quite a few tokens on them. So
we got to use those.
Gotta match them all up.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. But again, I do not work for the NBA or WNBA yet.
But you're just there all the time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think
sorry.
they're probably going to start coming to Boston. I think more if it's
They sold
Connecticut-based team.
out.
Yeah, they did. They did play a game at TD Garden.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. So
They
that's
sold
probably
out.
the test, and I think
Yeah.
they're going to get away
It's
from
not
Mohegan Sun.
happening. They already the owner to see. I know that part. I'm not good with the stats, but I mean
really?
certain stuff on Twitter. I forgot one of those owners basically said no because they trying to keep the money out there, basically, and keep
Okay.
that
I can
touristic out
understand
there.
that too. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Boston, we would eat them alive in a good way with taking care of them. Like
Yeah.
they don't want us to take care of them. Who don't want a good facility?
Yeah,
You-
chat. Is this
Right.
misogynistic?
Right.
I don't know.
I just thought, oh my god.
It's got to be somehow.
yeah, I
Ain't
don't
no
know.
way. Ain't no way. Y'all gonna have Jason Tatum splitting the gym with a birthday party. And
Oh,
so-
no. That
and
would
it's
never
not his
happen.
son's.
That would never happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Never.
Actually, you're right.
Never. Think about this. Come on now.
WNBA is making some big strides. though.
Right. Like, not saying they have to be like, at a TD Garden, but like, at a how about this? Even still, they shouldn't be splitting no
Well,
gym.
that's
They should
crazy. I
be
didn't
having a
even know.
better management or some type of like that
Yeah.
like system, because that would never happen.
How
to my
bad is
Celtics.
Mohegan Sun doing that they need to split a room with a birthday party? And like that's so crazy.
I would have fired that person once I was like, what?
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed if
Who's
my
responsible
birthday
for
party
this?
was just like basketball shoes squeaking the whole time. I'd be like, can
You
you
said
see
right?
what? No, opposite. Opposite. I ain't no kids singing.
Well, both
Gracie's
ways,
corner.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like they
fuck
just
them
shouldn't be in the same room. Well,
This
for
is how I'm laughing. I got 7 guys over here laughing evil hard.
who's throwing their birthday party in a Mohegan Sun?
Yeah, first of all,
by
that's
the way?
crazy.
Kids go, no, not
Casinos
go
are
there,
not for
but
children.
no, it's not. So that's the thing. Mohegan has other stuff there. They have a whole kid section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's
That's how they rope
Start
you
them
in.
early, yeah.
Just drop the kids off and go to the slot machines.
I've been seeing more and more people fall to crippling gambling
I can't.
addictions right now,
Nope.
and I feel like they're trying to get the kids.
yeah.
And honestly, they might have got me with the arcades, but that's where I'm stopping. It's
Yeah.
still fun and games there, you know?
Here's a,
That's where it starts, yeah.
my ADHD kicking. I started looking everywhere. I'm just like, yep, nope. And then I got to spend money, and it's just like I start losing. The
Oh,
racing
yeah.
games start cheating. I'm like, I know how to drive. I did not crash like in the trees and
Oh,
on
yeah.
the bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop it. Like this is too much. Game over.
Oh,
It's
for
like
sure,
that.
yeah. No, those are all rigged.
Like laser tag, put me in, coach.
Oh, yeah. Love some
F1,
good
I would
laser
not do
tag.
again. But if y'all want to give me free tickets, anybody.
You
But-
did it, and you got in the car?
Yeah, I went
How'd
for
that
my
feel?
birthday, and I'm gonna be real. If I thought it was like supercharged, so when I walked in,
That's what I was thinking. I've been to Supercharged.
yeah, no,
It's not like that?
No, and I
Supercharged,
clearly
the
thought I
electric one?
read the directions. We were sitting there for 30 minutes just driving. And I was like, oh, this is fun, but hell no. I would never do this again or pay for this because I could have been at supercharged speeding.
Oh, so it was just boring,
It's a
basically.
simulation. What's that word?
Oh,
That's what I think about
Oh
it.
my
like
God.
simulation.
That's
Alright.
annoying.
Like, yeah, you're literally just sitting on the spot. You sitting there. That's it.
I thought you got to go
And
like
you're
around
ra-
the track and stuff. Like,
No. Supercharged you do.
Yeah,
Supercharged is
supercharge
fun.
you do.
is that electric or is that the one?
What is it?
Is that the one that's in Braintree?
No, it's in
No.
it's near Foxborough. It's
Yeah,
in,
I would say
like-
rent them, but yep,
It's like right down the street
Yeah.
from
Oh,
Fox and
okay.
Gillette. I went there with
Let's all go.
Justin Clancy and Casso.
Oh,
Wow.
no, what?
Yeah.
Dude, invite me. This is crazy.
Right.
He always does these crazy things without
Right,
me.
I'm just like, hold
Pisses
on.
me
It's
off.
like a couple years ago.
It's like a
For-
crazy duo. Like,
this was-
hold on.
yeah.
Well,
It was for Justin's birthday. He wanted to go there, and
Justin
what?
never invites me on his
I finished
birthday.
in last place.
We haven't known each other that long.
Shout out to Justin.
Justin, what up, Justin? You better invite him at your next birthday gig.
Justin,
Yeah,
I want to
right.
put this out here. It's going to have passed by the time this episode comes out, but you were invited to Pepe's birthday.
Hey.
I want you to come.
Owen is having a birthday party for his bunny, and it's gonna be lit.
It's his first birthday. It's a big
Hey.
deal, you guys.
And we're getting DJ WhySham to DJ.
Yeah, do you wanna
the
come?
bunny's birthday party?
What do I play?
Yeah, what do you play at a bunny's birthday party? That's a good question.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I'm done.
A lot of Bad Bunny, Bad Rabbits too.
Oh, that makes wow. Y'all.
I think, I think we could do, or we just play that one part of, never mind, forget it. I don't know.
Bunnies
I
do
don't wanna go
love
there.
hip hop. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh, I get it now. Oh boy,
Oh boy. All right. That's enough.
we need to dial it back.
Wait.
3, just 3. That's all.
Wait.
But yeah, the Pepe's birthday part's real.
Facts.
So that's happening. But yeah, birthday parties are one of those funny things that I always just love to threaten not to invite to people to.
I'm done. Look at
Cracks me up.
That was a big deal when you were a kid if you didn't get invited to someone's birthday party.
It's the worst. You got to invite the class. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. That's insane.
Oof, yeah. Anyways, bringing up some tough memories. Sorry.
y'all look
So
crazy.
when's your next album coming out? Are you working on one? What's going on?
I am in such the worst.
You got a lot
like,
going on, I know.
Yes, and it's like badly shelved too because it was coming along until it wasn't coming along. The title for it bigger than Khaled.
Bigger than Khaled?
Yeah, no Khaled, like DJ Khaled. So I
Yeah.
wanted like I forgot the word, like whatever for it, because
That's the title is bigger than Khaled?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. I love it.
has some features.
You are the Boston DJ Khaled.
It's
Like-
kind of funny because we were saying that actually, like before you got
But you
here,
don't
yeah.
yell all over the tracks like him, which is nice.
Want to
I
do
appreciate
no,
that.
no, just the 6117 background at the beginning or
That's-
the end, and that's
That's
it.
a dope. Yeah, I love that.
That's
I love
it.
that little tag from
That
the
is-
617 in your backyard.
That is it. I would really want to get something out before next April, to be honest.
Okay.
And I think if I sit down, like during like fall, winter, it can happen, and just like organize with artists right now. And that's like the thing, just like really being on the same page. Because I gotta come different if I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I gotta approach certain stuff different, financially too. If I'm gonna do this, like, and come out with a bang again, because I want to match finally.
Yeah.
Like, I want to match finally. That was the first project.
Yeah. Do you feel like you didn't match it with the last one?
So that's the thing. So the second project was not really supposed to come out, and then I came out, and that's like the one everybody's not listened to, but then they were like, oh, this judging it. And I'm just like, I only put it out because everybody was like harassing me. But like, I'm grateful for it because it's like, why would you put it out if you don't want it out? But there was
I
just
wasn't
like
familiar with some of the artists on there.
and that was the thing. I didn't
Like,
do
I
it
didn't
the
know who
right
Pipe Dreams was, but I like that song.
and I didn't do it the right way. I feel like not the right way. I didn't roll out how I would have wanted to. And there's always, I tell artists this, like, so I'm gonna flip it back on myself. There's always time to roll out something. So with me, like, that project is still ongoing, but I just need to figure out like how to like hit it like single by single versus pushing it as a whole, because I feel like people didn't like it as a whole. You said Pipe Dreams.
Yeah.
Some people liked a different track. Some people like this. So with that, I need to like dial it back and be like, all right, like Memories, I've been marketing. I'm marketing Memory. That's what Shells and AB Soren and Fresh. So I was like trying to get that one out there, get that to the Caribbean community. Got the video out there for that. And then it's just like just working everything one at a time. Like Losing My Mind, that's like my baby. Because I'm just like, yo, that came out. He put that out there for a reason. And then I was literally losing my mind at a point. I'm just like, there's so much stuff happening.
Yeah.
But then even that, like, I would want to dedicate just like a rollout to just like mental health. And that's like the track I focus on.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like this is what we're focusing on. Because finally just came together because we had like, everybody knew all women. Like we knew I was
Finally
doing all
all
drill,
women, that's
right?
right.
I was doing
Yeah.
all drill. I was not switching none of the tracks out. Like it was just one back to back.
Yeah.
It was just like a little bit more positive to some except for one track. But
Yeah.
otherwise, like even that, I'm still working out on the back end because there's people still telling me like they just heard it, and I'm just like, that's why I'm not in a rush because.
We Run the City is a classic.
Right, and I'm just like, yo, there's people still just like, what? And then Cake is working out on her own when she's performing it, so I'm just like, there's new ears
Cake's
listening to
verse
that.
on We Run the City
Right.
is insane.
So I'm just like, okay, like I don't want to be putting out stuff and people are not taking it in,
Yeah.
and I never wanted to do that with music. So like, the next project is coming definitely soon because I can't just be sitting on music, and I don't want artists to think I'm just like holding their tracks. But it's a long game. It's just like, this sounds crazy, but not crazy. I can't tell you half the artists in the city like a main track they came out with right now. I can tell you all their old stuff because like the music is coming out like that. And then on the other hand, I DJ. I'm keeping up with the mainstream music of like that just to keep that going when you go DJ out on the parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, you gotta
so I'm just
know
like, the
what's hot.
consumption is crazy right now, and people won't admit that. But for me, in my intellect, in my brain, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you're dropping a track every week after week, like, or just like, it's fine for, you know, if that's what you want to do. But for me, I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm literally all about like the patience and growth of it. And then I like seeing the long run of stuff, like, or people literally discovering a track off of Survivor's Prayer or that. And they're like, oh, you rocking with this? Okay, I need to like work some more with this or figure out this way. So long story short, it's coming.
It's coming.
But I'm like really not in a rush because I'm just like, music should be longevity, and it's like you want people to remember your stuff, and you can literally, that's what remixes was for. Like that's what, like, they got the band, they break it down to different levels. Like they got the acapellas now. There's so much stuff that you can do with it. You got Gucci Mane performing with the orchestra. Like I want stuff like that to
Juicy
happen.
J did put out a jazz album. Yeah.
It's so dope. Like
It's fire,
right.
too, yeah.
So it's just like, and that's not stuff they just dropped today. That's their past stuff. Like, so why would I want to? I'm not keeping up with nobody. There's nothing to keep up with, like, honestly. Because like, if you want to hear a party track, I got that right now still. Like, go pull one of my tracks. But I'm grateful for folks like you all who listen to my music, because there's people who be like, I didn't even know you make music. And I'm just like, yeah, that's
It's
a bad
hard.
way to start off talking to me. Cause it's just like, especially if you're an artist or something like that, and you want me to listen to your project, like you could have just made up a lie right now, like something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
don't
happens
say that out loud.
so
That's
much.
crazy.
It happens constantly, and I'm just like, I'm supposed to listen to like an hour of your stuff and critique it or whatever it is, like.
Right.
And you're just sending it to, I don't even know you, honestly. Half the time I don't know you. Or if I do know you, you haven't talked to me in a while. But yeah, that's always like the biggest shocker. Like, you make music, like, oh yeah, I'm just walking around here saying DJ Khaled, or just like making this shit, like making whatever up. Or just also too, I feel like people are not doing like their research. It's like, now I'm getting into an artist DJ battle. Like, but I'm not gonna. Let me just go on y'all's show and not know what y'all are talking about, or not know anything about sports.
Yeah.
And knowing that could possibly be a conversation that comes up, or artistry. That's crazy to me. So it's just like, I'm gonna go DJ WhySham somehow and not just look at just DJ. I'm networking, like Googling, just to, just get that base of people. And I feel like we're losing the essence of that because social media is just so easy we can just shoot this message off to somebody, and I'm not the one, or the two, or the 3, 4, 5. I don't got time. And I got to check all these different social medias too. So it would just dial it back. Like, I am literally go back to Endo Rush because folks be out here doing the most. Doing the most.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said with the mainstream part of it, it's so hard to keep up with just that. And then even certain genres, if you dig in and you want to know the best of the best of that genre,
Right,
that's
crazy.
a full-time job. So some people, and myself included sometimes, I just sometimes pick I have 5 favorite songs that I'll just I might just go to when I'm about to play music, I start with these ones every time.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't get very far after that, and I'm not exploring a ton of
these
music all the
range.
time. But I through this and the playlist, Jack is you're way
Amazing
ahead of
with
it. And I feel like I'm probably more ahead of the average person in the area that is
You probably are at
knows
this
of-
point. Yeah.
Oh, I'd say
Yeah,
so.
you- no,
I'm
you
being a little
definitely
humble
are.
here, but I'm
You
just
definitely
No,
are.
no,
I think
y'all,
we all
y'all have
know.
a wide range too. Like I said that earlier, y'all not just sit in one genre. Like, y'all have a wide range
Yeah,
of
it's all
artists you all
genres and all in New
mix
England.
with. Right.
But none of us feel like we know everything
No.
of everybody.
Well, that's the thing.
So
I'm
it's
still
so
finding
hard
stuff,
to,
Just stuff, yeah.
all the time, and I'm still realizing, oh, this guy dropped 3 weeks ago and I missed it.
Right.
That still happens
Yeah.
to me all the time.
And I blame that also on algorithms and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Like, stuff be happening. I don't realize it happened. I'm just like, when
Right.
did this event? I would have actually wanted to go there. Like, dang, or actually, pull up and support. And then sometimes if I can't support, I'll pay for a ticket. And then if you be like, she didn't come, I'm like, the ticket is there. Like, my name
Right.
was there. Like, at least you got the money for your event.
Right, yeah. I do that a lot. I'll just buy the ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, even if you can't go, but just in case.
Just in
it's nice
case.
to have the option.
Yeah.
Something might change.
Yeah.
You know?
don't
Last
know.
minute, you might be like, yeah, it might be
Pull
fun.
up. Right.
Well, I'm often double, triple booked. So if things change, I'm like, well,
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'll do this.
Busy guy.
And,
Owen's
you
a
know?
busy guy.
I think we all are, right? Is it
Oh,
hard
my
to? I mean,
goodness.
there's
No,
always
it's-
something going on.
Yeah.
There is always something. Owen and I rarely. I feel like lately we rarely go to the same thing. Like, it's usually
Yeah.
either me or you going to an event. But at least we got one
It's the
representative.
glory of
That's
having
right.
representatives.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do think when you say people come up and they don't know exactly what you're doing, or vice versa, we would expect people to know more about whichever mainstream, the local scene, those expectations I think are it's hard to put on anyone unless we've specifically been talking about it, because
Right.
everyone has their own weird flavor of music taste,
Right.
and we're not always going to get the same stuff in our playlist. So
Pause. I got a game. Y'all have Spotify or Apple?
on
Spotify.
YouTube Music,
YouTube?
yeah.
Okay, even as go to your history. Go to, and for you, Spotify,
Wait, don't
go
make
to
me
see
read
your,
my history.
No. Oh my God. Oh my
Oh, here we
goodness.
go.
To your on repeat, right? And we'll
Okay.
see. Oh no, that's the
on
DJ.
repeat? All
Yep.
right.
And let's see what we listen to, because
Oh,
then
Mine's gonna be embarrassing, I promise. Wait,
Should we do top 5 songs or the first 5 that come up?
okay, that
Or-
works. Yeah,
Is that what you want to do?
that works. Yeah, because this is a long list. Yeah.
All right.
so my history doesn't give me an on repeat thing.
Where would you go? Listening. Or is it the
there's
watch
a listen
history?
again.
There we go.
I have a listen again one.
That works.
No, these are way too recent. These are from last night.
Yeah, that's
That's fine. What were you listening to last night that you don't want us to know about? That's crazy.
I was getting a little crazy last night. Wait, do you guys really want to know?
Yeah,
Wait,
absolutely.
you go first. You
All
go
right.
first.
My top 5, Bandit by Andrew Dale. It's this random song that I discovered on Spotify
You're making these
recently.
up. Show her to prove
It's,
it.
it's some folk artist that randomly I haven't listened to. And then I got by Big X The Plug.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what shit.
We got Pipe Down by Casso and G.O.D. Shout
Love
out.
it. Love it.
And not Drake. That's my song. No, sorry.
We got Saturday Mornings by Corday and Lil Wayne.
Hey.
We got Fixture by Cousin Stiz. That's my top 5 right now.
Dope.
Yeah.
I'm actually embarrassed.
That was actually not an embarrassing top 5.
No, about mine. Like reading yours. Like yours is
Yeah.
actually a good match. 'Cause- you want me to go? You gotta go.
I think I should go last.
Okay. All right, we got Play the Fool, Moneybag Yo.
Okay.
All of a sudden, Little Baby, Moneybag Yo. Layup, Future. That's 1, 2, 3. Let It Fly, Lil Wayne and Travis Scott.
I like that one.
And then To Be Honest, Young Dolph.
Okay. I mean, that's not bad at all.
No.
That's a good list.
I was honestly nervous at the Moneybag Yo and Future because like if I keep scrolling, Moneybag Yo is all up in here.
Nothing wrong with Moneybag Yo.
Oh, that's my guy. That's my little
Yeah.
ratchet.
I don't listen to a lot of Moneybag Yo, to be honest, but I'm sure I would enjoy it.
He's like the younger 2 Chainz to me, and I enjoy 2 Chainz music.
Yeah, I really like 2 Chainz.
So it's
I'm a 2
like
Chainz
he's
fan.
like I feel like he's 2 Chainz baby brother. The
Okay.
way they're disgusting and like they be
Yeah.
saying some slick shit. You like, oh,
Oh, yeah,
hold
yeah.
up, like what?
Yeah, yeah.
Like wait, hold on, okay. Like, hold on. Let me text this to the show. I was like,
Yeah, I remember Moneybag Yo had a song with J. Cole a few years ago.
that's
that I
my
listened
song.
to
Say
a lot.
nah.
Say nah.
Yeah, look at
that-
see. That's
I love that song.
That is
I'll listen to anything with J. Cole on it. Though.
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
still-
like a hidden gem. Like nobody listened to that song like that. Like they listened, but like when I bring it up, they're like, they got a track together. Like they
Yeah.
don't think
Oh,
about
it's
them
so
two going
good.
together.
Yeah.
So when I say like because we like the song, nobody listened to it because they're boring, or like us because we missed the algorithms of seeing when they released.
Right. That's true. I mean, I find out about songs like 3 years later sometimes. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
this is
do it
good.
all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, you know this track? You're like, I listened to that 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm already done with it. I'm like,
All right, are we gonna hear your list? What's going on here?
Right, you've been stalling too. So like, I get into a whole conversation.
Something's going on over
I
here.
just want to say, yeah, I just want to say,
Was it sleep noises or something? Like what?
no. So number 1, Let It Go from Frozen. Number 2, and number 2, Put It on the Floor Again, Lotto featuring Cardi B.
This is Pepe's list, okay? We're gonna say it's Pepe.
No, this
Number
is definitely
3.
Owen's list.
Number
He loves
3,
Lotto.
Bad Bitch Rap is actually my
November
favorite
4th,
right
she's
now.
here.
Huge. Number 3 is Band for Band.
Oh,
Okay.
Central C, Lil Baby.
Yep.
Number 4 is A Whole New World from the new Aladdin movie. And number 5 is Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I was doing
Elton
a little
John?
karaoke last
I
night.
said, were you a theater kid?
No,
Okay.
I just like
you
last
would
night.
think, honestly, you would think you were a theater kid. You're very theatric.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I'm like, a little bit of best of both worlds. So, but the next song after that, Pink Like Suki by Pebbles and Tam Tam. You guys know these people? You know them?
I know Suki Yana, like Suki.
Flintstones.
Well, the song is Pink. So no. This is it's like a remix of the Tokyo Drift song.
By
but they
Denzel
rap over
Curry.
it.
Is Suki?
No, these people, Pebbles and Tam Tam. It's like a duo.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
not
I
familiar.
have
I
a
like
pretty
it.
diverse. Like a little further down is 7981 Cal Dead Eyes.
Hey,
I'm like,
look what, like,
so-
hey.
Very
it gets-
diverse list.
And then Sophie Hunter Cha Cha. So I go
Wow.
I go Lose Control. Teddy Swims live.
That's it.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of all that.
That's interesting. Live.
I have
okay.
Lose Control by Teddy Swims on my list as well.
Last year, I think my top artist was Hank Trill, but I also didn't listen to a lot of music last year. It was
I
the
do have a
weirdest
bar
thing.
song by Shabuzi on here too.
Wow.
I just, I can't get enough. I'm sorry.
So this is why I was embarrassed to read it, is because at any given moment, like my recap list or whatever, it doesn't represent me. It's just like,
It does though. It represents
Why
you in
not?
this
Is
moment.
it. Look at that's what. Look at the phones and all this stuff. Don't lie at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
they fib a little bit. I
They
think they fib just a little bit, but not all the time. I mean, yeah, I guess overall averaged out.
When you get the
probably
Spotify
pretty
Wrapped at the
accurate.
end of the year.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be horrible for me. I already know Moneybag Yo.
Yeah.
Rob 49.
Rob 49.
Yeah.
Owen texted me about Rob 49 the other
And-
day.
Yeah, I could have swore he was like saying something about Boston in one of his songs, but I just misheard him. I was like, oh
Nope,
my god.
it was probably Boss.
I think he was saying projects in a certain way. I was like, I don't know what he was saying.
It's that wasn't Rob 49. That was Boston Richie. That's Boston Richie. They have a track together.
No, it was a song he had with Lil Baby.
Oh.
So I was like, is he?
Oh, was he out
He
I
could
hear.
have said Boston.
No, I was like, I literally like read through the lyrics. I was like, he doesn't say Boston anywhere. I just like fully misheard it. Yeah,
Owen texted me and asked,
like the
asked
song,
me
though.
if Rob 49 was from Boston.
I'm done.
yeah.
Yeah.
It came up in my. It was like right after probably I listened to like
And I was like, I
Chun
don't
Li.
think so. I think I would have known that.
Right. He's from like Louisiana or something, like one of them.
Yeah, it's
Southern.
New Orleans. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know what I heard. I couldn't even find words like in the lyrics that I could have misinterpreted. I'm like, I don't know what part I heard, but whatever. It's crazy that he just came up though.
I know, right?
then.
I don't know. Is he like new recently, or has he been around for a while?
The past couple years. For me,
Okay.
I got introduced to him with Lil Baby because Lil Baby, like that was like, I love Lil Baby's music. Not the like newer stuff, but like I liked his music. And then he had the feature. And then when you start listening to like, you know, a rapper, they'll start. That's how I got put on. Gotta backtrack. That's how I got put on to ESCG through Moneybagg Yo, because that's their whole camp. But then when it came to who we talk about?
Rob 49.
Rob 49, him and Lil Baby hopped on his track, and I was just like, oh, wait a minute. And then I went crazy from there because Vulture Island 2 is
That's
fire,
the one I was listening to.
right?
Yeah, it was
like
really
Vulture
good.
Island itself by itself was fire because the video was just he brought everybody out in the video.
Oh yeah,
and
and
then
I'm like, did they not get shut down? Or something? That was
right,
crazy.
they were
And
like,
he's like
outside, like yeah, that shit was, that was my
Getting me
favorite.
going, yeah. I love when he said E.
Yeah. And I was like, who the hell is this dude? And then after that, I started listening more of his music. And then he's getting features and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like him and Sexy Red, like their music, straight sexual and ratchet and cute. Like, I'm like ratchet and
Love
cute.
that.
Like, it just, I like the ghetto shit sometimes. Like,
Yeah, there's a
I'm
time
like,
and place for
right,
it.
Right,
Definitely.
And
It's
then
fun.
Rough 19's like sweet, like, oh, gangsta, but what up, boo? I was like, oh, shoot, like, yeah, that's how I be talking to the. Like,
I love it.
that's another one. Let me text his lyrics to somebody.
Oh man,
I gotta start texting lyrics. That's a good idea.
Look, at this point, I'm like, I'm old. So they're like, yo, yep, you corny, yep. I don't got time to be thinking of shit. A rapper said it for me. Like,
That's funny.
like,
oh yeah, there's so many bars that crack me up. Like, you know, Cardi B's. You know this one?
No,
I
I was
feel like
thinking.
we
I was
talked
thinking
about it.
Glorilla when she said moose knuckle.
Oh yeah,
was-
cropped
that
up
was
in some
crazy.
bike shorts. I'm
Damn.
showing off
I haven't
my
listened to her
moose
album.
knuckle. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, and
I'm
loves
trying.
Glorilla. That's
Oh
his
my
favorite
I
God.
love
rapper.
Gorilla. I love
Her first
Lotto.
album was popping, but
Oh really?
yeah.
She seems really cool too. I watched her interview with Shannon Sharp. I was like, she seems really fun.
Shannon Sharp, whatever.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
When Cardi B said "weave so long it'd be tickling my ass crack," I was like, she's a real lyricist.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
No, that's she's definitely
paints a picture.
She's painting a picture. She's painting a picture with that one.
I'm trying like the whole so I don't laugh loud.
That's okay.
Oh my God.
So who are you listening to locally right now? Who are your favorite artists?
Ooh, locally. Oh my gosh.
They're listening.
I know that's a hard question.
Right. Because I posted something on Twitter, so let me backtrack a little bit. I'm like, the music is not hitting like that. It's
talk
not.
about it.
It's really not. But I gotta go back to the ladies for right now. Start there. Who did I just see the other night? And I was like, I haven't seen her in a while. Oh my gosh, it was at Shevu. Oh my goodness, why am I blanking on her name? Pop Smoke Voice. I should have seen that. Oh my
Pop
goodness.
Smoke Voice.
That's what they be saying. Oh my
She
goodness.
has a Pop Smoke voice.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
that
wait,
raspy.
yeah, hold
oh
on.
my God. It's crazy. I'm blinking out
Did
right
somebody
now.
just told me? Yes, I know who you're talking about, but someone just
I'm
talked about this.
so mad
I
at
think it
myself.
was like on our last episode. Someone brought
Who are
this
we
up.
talking about?
I think I was Googling it. It was deep voice female rapper. We just did
From
this.
Boston,
I'm pretty
though?
sure.
Yes, and she's fire. Hold up. Let me pull up her.
I don't know. Guys.
Oh my goodness. No. It's I don't want to look this up because I'm
Oh,
gonna
you know
fill
what's
up the
crazy?
flyer.
If you Google
Yep.
deep voice female
Stop.
rapper Boston, Key comes up.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Is it Key? It's not
No,
Key.
it's not
No,
Key.
I know Key, but my Key doesn't have a deep voice.
No, not really.
No. Well, I just don't know why. Like Google AI brings that like specifically.
Where's Cake Swag's page? Oh my goodness. This
I'm trying
is.
to think of who this could be.
Oh my gosh! And I didn't even have to look up. I didn't see that. Big Sosa.
Big Sosa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so annoyed at myself. Like, as soon as I seen that, I'm like, Big Sosa.
She's dope.
Yeah, I would like to see more work from her, like project. Cause she got, what is it, anime titties? The song I got right now. I was like, yeah, I won't be singing that one out loud in public.
Oh, yeah.
Like I will at the concert. But I was like, I can see me like just one day like at the desk like anime titties. I was like, oh, damn, no.
I feel like that's getting popular right now with the Megan Thee Stallion's doing all the anime
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
But I like it for the girlies though. Like, you know, it
yeah.
brings it out. Like, I'm gonna be real, the guys had their time with anime and not like necessarily a rapping, but just having like their own way with music. So it's like she's bringing that out in the sense of just like, anime is like for women too, and there's a heavy population of women in that field. Like I have no idea. That's all my sister. Like no idea. My brother like grew up like turn it off. Like no, wasn't even a Dragon Ball Z fan. Like oh my god, like
I'm the same. I'm the same. I'm not
no
into
idea.
anime.
And y'all are watching this in another, and y'all are
Owen's
keeping up.
disappointed right now.
I'm disappointed. You know what's actually crazy? I'm way more disappointed, and I'm rehashing this, dude.
What?
Because it was just on the episode that's it's posted right now.
What's going on?
I hope you can back me up on this. Jack says he doesn't even know who the character Troy Bolton is from High School Musical.
Do you know who that is?
Do you either? Are you serious?
Yeah. Owen just expects people to know.
Wait. How about
certain
this? You want to
things.
get crazy? I've never even watched it.
No, I didn't either.
Okay.
I didn't watch High School Musical either.
That was all my friends
Get the
growing
fuck out. Everybody get out right now. This is crazy.
The only thing I remember about High
Sound
School
up in the
Musical.
comments if you can't believe that anybody who could be 19 or 20 years old hasn't seen
19 or 20.
All my friends have. That's all they was talking
Yeah.
about at school.
So you
I
guys
remember.
are out.
I remember
It
in
was
middle
a time.
school, everyone was saying, "Get your head in the game." Remember that?
You know what's so annoying? You
we
guys
don't
start
talk
your own
about
fucking
it.
podcast. I'm sick of this.
And it was like a constant thing too. I was just like, oh my gosh, like that. Oh yeah, no. Sorry.
Well, anyways, I guess you're both gonna really ruin my night, but that's fine.
We were the grassy person too.
Degrassi, absolutely not. No,
Okay.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Wasn't that like a special channel though? Didn't you have to like pay for that?
Oh, I don't know.
I
didn't get
remember
cable till later.
getting it.
Yeah, I think it was. What channel was it? It was like
I don't
thought
know.
that was
but-
Disney too.
no, it was something else.
Oh,
Because it had like I think different kind of
it
like
was called
themes
like
that you couldn't put on
Oxygen or
Disney.
something like that.
We definitely. I don't think we got it when I was growing up, but I wasn't into that kind of stuff, anyways. But High School Musical was just like popular, like at the exact age
Yeah.
we were when we were 4 or 5 years old.
I was
So-
not into that at all, man. I was not interested. I was watching sports and listening to T.I.
Can't do
that
both.
was what I was doing.
That was, yeah, by the way, what the movie was all about. Being able to do both.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
An athlete who sings, and he does both.
See, actually, that sounds right. 24.
Yeah, a lot of T.I. in middle
Yeah,
school.
yeah. He was running
was.
the South and everything. Still, like,
He was.
yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh.
I also listened to T.I. Baller.
Yeah,
No, T.I. did have some fire tracks, though.
he did.
Yeah.
Rubber Band Man.
Oh my gosh.
Classic.
I'm a band man. Wow, that's
Classic.
a talent band.
He his album was called Trap Music in like 2003, and that's like before people were really saying trap music. I feel like.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if he started it. I don't know who started it exactly.
That was like the
but he
thing
was
out
like,
there. Yeah, between him and 2 Chainz, they're trying to figure out
Yeah,
who like
who
started,
started
the
it, yeah.
trap.
But he was one of the
Original, yeah.
pioneers for sure.
You tell me.
So you said, all right, Big Sosa.
Yep, I know. I only got to one.
Who else?
Who's some guys? Eastside Sheesh. I love him.
He said sheesh. All right.
Sheesh. He be laughing every time I do it. Sheesh. I'm like, you should have never did that in front of me. I know. Now I see you. I'm not gonna say Eastside. I'm gonna say sheesh. Chiz Capo. Love him.
Shout out
I
Chiz
love
Capo.
him. Like, love him. Love his music. Love his style. I like how he switches it up.
Yeah, he's great.
Like I want to do events like the tall men with beards, and then do like one with women, like with heels or something like that, like whatever. There, because I'm like Chiz and Eastside. I think they'll have like a dope ass like show, like you know, or just like
So you,
and like Trevor Holmes.
Wait, you want to have a show that's all tall men with beards? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
I know it sounds weird.
Interesting.
I
That's
like
kind of
themes, okay?
discriminatory against
I
short
like-
people. I'm
an
Okay,
interesting
so
theme,
that
yeah.
was coming because
so I'm not invited, is what you're telling me.
I can't even come to my own show. Wait, actually. Who else? Let me see. Yeah, no, music is just not hidden like that. I'm a BD, that's real. And because
That is
before
real.
I can like list off a couple of people, and then as I said earlier, like the consumption in music is like insane. So I can literally list like artists' old music, even when they send me like their newest stuff, because I just ain't feeling it. Like even for my friends too, like I ain't feeling some of the stuff they be dropping either. I don't care. Like, and we just got to speak up about it.
Gotta be honest.
Got to be honest, and some of y'all just be lying, and I don't got time for it. Like,
Yeah.
Too much of that going on.
right?
Too many people are afraid to say that constructive criticism is okay.
Yeah.
People don't know how to approach it.
That's what it is. Like, I'm not gonna say your album sucks. And then the thing is, people's albums don't suck. I feel like there's like certain stuff that you can like approach it better. And people, you are the chef. Like, you cooked it this way. Yeah. That's fine.
And I'm just one person with an opinion. Like, you don't have to really listen to me, but I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, especially after you just asked me. Like,
right. Exactly.
Because not to be funny, I'm not willingly, like, I used to do like, but then it got deep. Like, I'm not willingly telling you. Like, I'll tell you if I enjoyed your project. Like, definitely from bumping your stuff, because I like when mass stuff pops up. Especially, like, I'm grateful for, like I said, the playlist. Like, that helps me also too to keep up what's happening. But yeah, these everybody's in the same, and I'm ready for something different at this point. Like,
so what do you think the problem is? People aren't taking their time with it, rushing releases.
I go back to just like my project. It's like they take their time with it, and then it's just like that's it. And it's like their rollout, it's like a couple days, same day, the next week, and nothing consistently going that sticks into my head.
Yeah.
And nothing sticks. And that's like my problem. So it's just like, if you're gonna post a song that's called Boom, you should be booming for 30 days. So I know when I see you in person, should be saying boom. And you'd be like, chill out. Like, there should be some type of like cohesiveness or whatever to it.
Because people are gonna miss it if you just post it once. Like you said. Like, not everyone's gonna see it. If you post it every day for 30 days, everyone's gonna see it eventually.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Well, I think that was Tyler, the Creator, was saying that. It was like a couple year or two ago, where he was like, he was still promoting an album from the previous year. And he's like, some people are wondering why, like, their latest thing's not popping. I'm like, promote your shit like for a while. It's not just like the day it comes out.
And then the tracks just sometimes just boring. They're boring, and it's just like, to each its own, and that's fine. But it's just like, okay, y'all just put this together because y'all was just vibing in the studio.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's easier than ever to make a catchy tune.
Yeah.
So
because people just like, oh, people gonna catch on to it. No, the fuck we're not. Like, no.
And
there's a lot of music out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music too. Like, and then you perform it, and then thinking we all just supposed to be like, I'm from Boston, so y'all should be riding with me. Hype, hype, hype. No. I'm in the back with my arms folded just like this, just waiting.
Yeah.
And people hate that because I like give no reaction. I try to keep a game face on because I'm just like, if I like it, I like it. It's
Simon
cool.
Cowell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People, they hate me. Ask them at the museum TV. Like, I got to be sitting there. And it's like, I'm gonna be like, you really, really know if I like it? Because I'll be like, I'll start bumping. But it's like, otherwise, like, if I like it, I'll just say.
So if you're not moving, you don't like it.
No, that's nothing. That's what fucks people up. Because half the time, sometimes I really, really enjoyed the presentation, like everything. Yeah. But it's just like, I'm gonna be for real. For me now, it's just like giving people a little inch, they be taking a mile. It's just like, oh, everything's fine. No, the fuck it's not. Like, it's not. It's really not. The features is trash. You're trash too. Like, y'all did not take y'all time with this, like, at all. Yeah.
You do the testing lab every week or every other week when they do it?
I've been on a hiatus.
I haven't been in a while, so I'm not sure. But the few times that I went, you were always there. It seems like.
See, that's good to know. That's
good. That was like last year.
You're supposed to throw me in the bus like that.
Yeah, you just ruined it.
Right. I missed them. That's definitely like a vibe where I was able to hear, like, new artists or other artists like who were trying to, like, putting out music, and some stuff that they just wanted to, like, refresh and to see, like, how it's rocking out now. Definitely a platform. People want to get their, stuff out there. And, 3 songs, y'all be trying to force it. 3 songs. And then, you get critiqued off of that. But it's like, granted, I say it at the test song too, like, everybody's ear. You don't have to listen to us. Right. Like, but
it's usually good advice, though.
Still trying to take some type of something, especially if the third person says the same thing.
Personally. Right. That's the problem.
Again,
people are like,
you came here for this.
You came here for this. We're being honest with you.
Right. And nothing could honestly, like, none of my stuff is perfect. Like, no, like, I still have a hiss in one of my tracks. Like, from the first project. Like, that still bothers me to this day. But that was like my first time recording an album or project, and I was just like, we just gotta go with the flow, and then. You learn from the next one. Yeah. You learn from the next one. Granted, now we got John Glass and people for stuff like that. But it's just a learning process. And speaking of that, I'm like, I don't think people just be wanting to learn. Like, now we just want to hop in the studio and go back to it. And it's just like, you took 16 takes, right? The second one probably was good. What is you doing at this point? Like, what y'all just
Overthinking.
right?
You're
Overthinking, right?
Yeah.
If you're a singer, that's different because you want to layer up, and that works a little different ways. But the rappers are just blowing me these days. Like they're blowing.
Come on,
I
rappers.
have heard before, and I feel like rapping is not quite the same as singing with, as far as like mixing goes, because like
Yeah.
you don't have to
It's
tune it
very
as
different,
bad.
yeah.
And the thing with I've heard someone say before was like a mixing coach who said like after 5 hours tweaking the mid range and you've just added and subtracted like 45 times, maybe you should just re-record the take.
Yeah, like,
and
it's
it's like
just done at this
sometimes you
point.
do need the other take, but I feel like a lot of times if you're spitting bars, like you said,
Right.
it's not much is going to change probably, unless you're like really emphasizing
Right.
something differently. But that is interesting. I wouldn't expect someone to take it that many times, I guess.
Oh,
but yeah,
people
are
be forcing
wasting,
it, be wasting their whole time at the studio.
spending $85 an hour or
Do
whatever.
do what, and it still come out trash. Or
Sad.
I feel like that'd be trash. Come out with some type of longevity because I do not think like everybody is meant to be famous, or neither I want to be famous. Like like that's a whole different bracket. And then whatever life comes, whatever, cool. But it's like, are you rapping for like what is your it's not even just rapping, like what are you making music for? Let me go there. Because you can have a sound engineer, you can have whatever like that, just doing their job to do it. And it's like, as a sound engineer, like, why are you bullshitting with my stuff? Like, do you not want to be here? If you don't want to be here, we can find somebody else. So it's like, I'll throw it back on both ends. So it's not just like the artist, but it's just like, I think people just taking their craft seriously and like really investing in it. And sometimes it's not just about money. Yeah, you could throw money at the studio, but did you throw money at like rehearsal time? Because why are you going to the studio? I feel like I'm preaching. Like, why are you going to the
No, this is
studio
good.
though
This is
and just
good.
learning how to rap? And I say just
Yeah.
learning how to rap, but it's just like you're trying to figure out how to get the cadence.
Studio's go time.
the
You're supposed to
studio time.
rehearse.
Studio.
Yeah.
You can do that at
mean?
home.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like that's you should
be doing that in the
great.
car,
And now
everywhere.
y'all mad at the engineer. They probably been there all day long.
Yeah.
Like, so, but it's like, again, like, if that's your job as an engineer, you should be like, if you're getting paid to do whatever that's cool. But it's just like, we got to take some type of responsibility for ourselves though. Like, I'm not about to go to John Glass and be like, yeah, I don't know what I want at all. Sometimes I really don't, but then we figure it out before I get like, like something, and that's like in the past, but it's just stop wasting people's time. It's not wasting your time too. Cause it's like, I don't got time to be wasting anywhere. Like we don't y'all put together a production. This is a serious thing. Like, you're listening to music. That's not just like, oh, I'm listening to 4 minutes. You're probably listening to it over and over because you probably missed something. You probably didn't catch something, and you're giving them streams at that too. So it's just like, do a little bit more work, everybody. Do a little bit more homework. Like, and again, this is for the friends too, like, or the people I know and like associated with. Like they hear it all the time. Like, my stamp ain't on that. Like some of these projects that people got, and that's real. Like, that's real.
Sometimes you,
You
just
don't
got
see
to be
my name
upfront.
or tag on
Yeah.
some of these projects.
No, you can't co-sign everything.
Yeah, hell no. Let me see.
There was somebody recently, I forget who it was specifically, you were on here like, nope.
I do remember that.
We won't say their name. I don't remember it, to be honest. But
someone brought up a rapper, and I was like, "Oh no, he's not good." He was like, "Yeah, you should check this guy out," and I was like, "Oh, I've checked him out."
That's like the craziest. That's when you first start. It's just like, yeah, I'm all set, and I'm all for growth. But it's just like, if I see you doing the same thing, like the same venues, and I know we're limited for venues, but this is why I talk about branching out though, because it's like I see people dropping money. Y'all drop it in certain areas or whatever it is. Like, it's time to explore. It's time to invest. Shout out to the people I see, because I know the backing of stuff. What's that? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna blink on now. Green. What's that? That they be freestyling on the radar.
On the radar.
okay.
There we go. So I've been seeing a lot of different, not a lot, but various mass folks
Oh yeah,
popping
there's
up
been
there.
quite a few at this
Right,
point. Yeah.
right. So it's like, how do we like branch out and then also keep love showing to folks like here in the city though too, so we can do the same thing out the state. Like NBA TNT just set up on City Hall Plaza.
That was crazy.
Like, what? I just set up.
I've never
like,
seen anything like that.
Like, that's insane.
I was
So-
watching on TV, and apparently the stage was getting slippery at one point, and Shaq almost slipped, and they kept playing the replay. It was so funny.
That's horrible. Oh my goodness.
Those guys clown on each other all the time.
Oh my
It's so funny.
goodness. Yeah, they're.
But
funny.
that was cool to
But-
see that.
Like, I would like to see y'all, like, take over the whole City Plaza, like, and then, like, do it at United States Arena.
Host a watch party. For
Right.
The Celtics.
Like,
That would be
right.
so
pretty
fun.
sick,
That would be
actually.
Think
awesome.
about right.
So we do want to, that's kind of like next step. We've talked about this before on here, but the like podcast and obviously like the social media piece is like a component of the bigger scene, and everyone talks about like what the scene's missing, and it's one thing at a time. We're all doing our part, and I think one of the things, like you said, the area is lacking in venues, and I think like venues that are a step up from just a bar, and a step down from the House of Blues. Like you don't have to be like a 5,000 venue, like
Right.
So
There's got to be a middle ground somewhere.
right.
And I think like the jungle's close, but it's hard to park and
acoustics
hard to
aren't
get to and
great.
stuff.
Yeah.
And like there's things that are not great about it. Middle East you can like almost not get, or you have to like overpay.
Yep.
And then same with like Midway Cafe. We emailed Midway Cafe once and they were like booked through the year, and I'm like, all right, so I guess next year we'll talk about. They didn't even like tell me like this is the soonest date. They were just like,
They were like,
booked.
no.
And I'm like,
Right.
okay, but what about the soonest we can get? Give me a Friday. But even then they give like their favorite bands that Friday.
that-
so
yeah.
it's hard. And in the future, you know, God willing, whatever, you get the funds, I think like opening a venue would be the best. Because another problem is that it seems like a lot of artists want to get paid. And
Yeah.
there's people that deserve to get paid, but
Right.
like
There's
who
no money
pays them?
coming in.
Like I
There's no money
can't.
coming in.
Yeah, I can't pay out of my pocket as
Yeah.
many times as I'd want to see you. It's
Right.
like not fair to either of us.
Right,
Like,
right.
and so a lot of people do compromise and they do shows for free or take whatever like $30 you get from tickets at the door.
Right.
But once it gets split between like the 40 promoters that were available too. So it's like, it's weird. And we were actually talking about this on an episode recently of like, I think the venue should take the loss. If anything, like these promoters have to like put up money for the room and stuff. And like, if anything, the venue should be taking the loss. It's their
But
business.
that's what happened at oh my goodness, what's that with Fenway? That's why they're closing now.
Oh, the Rockwood. Yeah. So they weren't paying people. That's what I was told. But their bar, this is what the conversation was about. Their bar was so small. So I
Yeah.
feel like the alcohol sales are what are supposed to pay the artist.
Oh, got you.
and it's up to the venue to like do that.
Match
and
that. And figure
there's
that.
no like good way to like make that number, because I know you can't do like specific bar deals in
Yeah.
Boston or something like that.
Right.
So I just feel like that would be the next step. Like if I'm in charge of the venue or we're in charge of the venue, we can make those choices. Like if you're performing and I mean, you at least sold this many tickets, you're going to get this much money.
Okay.
And like, that's what we can do. Like, I don't know. And like, at least bare minimum, you're going to make this much money. So
Right.
it's worth you coming. And then there's hopefully, hopefully bonuses on top of that. I know that a lot of like comedians, they get door deals depending on where you
Yeah.
go and stuff. So
And that's why, like, I'm tricky. I'm only gonna speak about it because now they close. Like, when I did an event with them, that's how it was. It's like you have to meet this minimum. I thought, me personally, the minimum was fine. We were literally off. Don't quote me, $25-$30, like not that much.
oh, and you got to pay that difference.
No, so that's the thing. It was just like basically like broke even, like, you know. So it was just like that ended up working out on that end, but it's just like still like nothing
Yeah.
happened, came out of that. Like, you know, like they're trying to get their money, like, you know, like you said, like everybody's trying to get their money back. So it's just like now you
And I
got
think
artists here, everybody's unpaid because we didn't hit the minimum, like, you know.
I don't like that. The minimums annoy me. So I guess when I meant like a certain number of people come in the room, like they don't even necessarily have to have like bought a drink. I feel like that's just like bodies in the room. When that happens, more people come to the next show, more people come to the next show. It's like you just want people there saying they had a good time. And you might not even make money every night, but on the big nights, you might make a ton of money because that's where everyone comes. Like you're the venue where the best people come. The Middle East kind of curated that a little bit. Like they have huge acts, they have local acts.
Right,
Could be
little bit
anybody
extra.
in that same room. And that's, I think, why they're so coveted. And there isn't another spot like that. Like there's nothing close. So someday in the future, aspirations, if anyone wants to pool in with us, you're invited. Or we could cut this whole part out. We're really trying to become business owners, and it would be so sick to own a venue. I think Boston needs it.
Facts.
The only problem is the real estate. I don't know what that would
Oh
cost.
my god!
Can't even imagine.
Oh my
cannot
god!
imagine.
Just give me the venue. Just give me the venue.
Yeah.
Just somebody just retire and give me your old job or something. Like you need somebody to run this warehouse.
Yeah,
like I
right.
said.
Rockwood fumbled the bag big time, though. I was pumped about that location.
It's a nice
it was
space.
so close.
How
and,
long
like,
were they there? Like a year?
Like a
maybe?
couple
Barely.
months, I
Couple
thought.
months?
Yeah, it wasn't that
Wow.
long. I just learned about them, and they closed a month after.
I never
I
even
was
made
like-
it there. I never went there.
I went to only one show is the Robert Martino one.
It was so intimate. Like I like that space about. Like it was intimate. Like, you know, like honestly, 40 people. It looks nice. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah.
Type shit.
It was exactly what they needed. But I said this on the other episode too, and I will stop talking about them. But their bartender was slow too. They had one guy, and he wasn't, and it wasn't like I was particularly
my
waiting.
God.
But I'm just thinking, this is the only that I can see way that this place makes money. And the guy's just like flipping through receipts. Like I'm like, he didn't look like he was working. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this guy's no hustle at all. And I was like, hurry up, dude. There's people like waiting all around the bar. You could be making like hundreds of dollars of drinks, and you're just like looking at the computer. It wasn't like he was getting a card ready or anything. You know, he was just doing nothing. I was like, what is happening?
I hope he's watching this. Whoever he is.
Fuck that guy, dude. Honestly. I mean, it's like, he probably didn't own the business, but I'm just kind of like, you know, if you're a bartender, even still, it's tips. Like, just move. Like, get your shit done. Like, why are you...
Just
Or
move.
don't be a
Yeah.
bartender.
That's true.
crazy,
That
yeah.
part.
I don't know. But yeah, those are just things that I'm like, the city needs improvements on. Like, we have way too many bars where I can spend like $1,000 on apps and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't want to go and have like, we have so many different cuisines. I think we could probably get rid of some of those and turn them into nice venues. I feel like those spaces are really like where it's going to happen. So,
That works.
One day.
anyways, what's your favorite venue right now, actually?
Ooh. Inside, outside?
Either one. Just like where you, if you want to go see a show, like what's your favorite place?
TD.
TD?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's a given. Yeah. I'm thinking more of like those.
No,
like,
concert
really size-
wise, honestly, because I've been to well, I would say, but I worked the show at how do you say it? Aganis? That's
Aganis
Boston.
Arena?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the setup in there at all.
That's BU, right?
Yeah, at all. Like for like I don't know. I didn't like who did I just see there? Tim's.
That's right. She was there.
Couldn't
yeah.
see a thing. She looked like Ant.
Yeah.
And granted, like I don't mind having faraway seats.
You weren't up there with Oompa in the front row?
No, I ain't a fan like that. Like I'm like I was listening to Tim's music.
Oompa was like proposing to her. I
I'm like,
saw
no, absolutely not.
She
Like, it ain't
was.
that serious. No. Yeah, no. Look at, and I ain't with them. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness.
No, Megan maybe because that's the like.
You
like,
did
yeah.
end up on stage with Megan Thee Stallion at one point.
Mine,
right?
like,
Yeah.
I mean, losing my train of thought.
I know we're all over the place.
Now I'm just thinking body crazy.
Oh, you said
curvy wavy.
venues, TD, because they have the cameras. That's why. And
Okay.
depending on who, because Nikki didn't have.
But you got to be huge to play at TD. You got to be.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
like
I know what
top
you mean.
tier.
Well, like the best,
Tim's-
if it's your favorite, yeah, the best is, you're right, going to be there. That would
Yeah.
make sense.
But it's like Nikki didn't have, and I see a camera, like, if I'm in the back, I feel like they should be having that automatically a part of your set. Like, I don't care. Like, so people in the back could see. Like, it was just,
Right.
I seen her, it was an okay angle, but I was just still like, what is going on? I think I've just been so spoiled. Like, there's usually just cameras everywhere now in my life. Like, why can't you see this? Or why this person is like just moving this way? Okay. This is not okay. But no, Tim's really look like an ant.
That's crazy.
And I
How
don't
big
like
is
that.
that place?
It's huge. Like, it's huge. It's huge. Well, to me, everything is huge.
I
But
guess
no,
BU
big.
hockey's a big deal, so that makes
Yeah.
sense if
Yeah.
they'd have a huge
Like
arena.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like their inauguration, that was pretty big size setup.
Yeah.
But venues, like there's House of Blues.
I
I
don't
like
like the House of Blues.
You
to be
don't?
honest. Yeah.
I was gonna
Depends
say
where you are. There's some
Right.
bad spots.
so I was gonna
where
say
you can't
I
see
like
anything.
it for other purposes.
Mm.
I like the adult purposes. So I'll just say that.
You going to the foundation room?
It'd be lit.
What are
in
we
there.
talking about? what are we talking
Foundation room's at VIP lounge.
It'd
Just
be
some
a
couches and
about?
It'd
Okay.
stuff.
What,
be lit.
what's happening in the foundation room? That's what I want to
But it's
know.
like the private room, they get like whips and chains. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you're into.
You're killing her, dude. What are we doing? No, I
Oh
just,
my God.
that's just like you pay a little extra and it's like another
Little private
separate
area.
yeah.
But otherwise, like, I've been at MGM Fenway. It's just
I haven't been there yet.
It's all right.
It's
like,
cashless, right?
all of them are cashless at this point. Yeah,
Pisses me off.
yeah,
like that.
pretty much all of them.
Makes
I
me
think-
mad. It's actually illegal. You're supposed to take cash in Massachusetts.
Really?
They
Yeah.
be getting away with that everywhere.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to, but they're supposed to have reverse ATMs.
oh.
They're hard to find
Oh.
and weird. You're like getting gift cards. It's like, why am I doing
Oh
this?
yeah, like at TD Bank, if you don't
Yeah.
have a bank card,
I've never
you put
even
it
seen
in.
a reverse ATM.
They're at Fenway. It's stupid.
Yeah,
But-
they want you to
yeah.
pay. To me, it's like it only worked out today because I left all my cards in the. I'm not gonna say where I left them, but I was like, "Well, we are definitely."
You're like, you
Tell
left
us
them-
exactly where you left them.
I left left them in the crack. Like, they really was outside.
Was
though.
that in the foundation room?
Oh my God. I left them in my bag, and then I went to lunch, and I was just like, do y'all take Apple Pay at the bar? And I went to the bar because they have lunch deals with the chicken sandwiches. Just FYI, I'm a lunch break, okay? That's
Okay.
That's
Oh yeah, that's what we were all thinking. We're like, hey yo, sauce it up on your lunch break. How about it?
I was like, oh, I forgot. Like, I'll be having little stuff downtown. But anyways, yeah, no, that's. Y'all look crazy.
Yeah, I haven't
little
been
bit.
to MGM. I want to go because it's not as big as House of Blues, right? Or is it
No.
about the same?
It's about the same.
I think
Like
it's
they're
the
like
same.
a couple
I've never
of
been, but-
like maybe a couple of hundred off, like maybe like, but not nothing too crazy. They all set up.
It's
And-
the same entrance for Fenway and them. Like, so the people that work there, I've
Yeah,
been
they
like
go in.
seeing them go in, and I'm like, I feel like I think it's also Aramark runs it. So like,
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I'm like, I might bartend over there. It'd be fun to like see some shows
Yeah.
and
Why
like
not?
bartend. I don't know how. I think it's a little bit of a hierarchy there, but like, you know, I'll get in on it.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do what you gotta do.
I like Roadrunner too. Have you been there?
No, but I walked past it in front of next to the New Balance
Yeah.
and did not know it was. I looked. I said, "This way I might be going."
That's right. I saw the locks there a couple months ago.
Who is it? Vince. Nope, he's here tonight. No, somebody was just there. Like somebody. Oh my gosh! The same day the WNBA had their thing, there was somebody there, and that line was down the street like 6 hours before the concert.
Damn.
And I had to look up who it was. Like, and it was like he had not a million followers, but,
Wait, but it's
again, I can't tell you who it
GA
was.
there, isn't it?
Who?
Isn't it GA? It's general admission in there, right?
Yeah.
Roadrunner.
No, but it's like
People just fighting to get in front. or
front.
was
That's what it is. Yeah.
my God.
Just like yesterday at City Hall, the NBA TNT event, there was a girl there from, don't quote me, 9 a.m. That event started at what time? 4:30. Just so they could had a front row view.
That's crazy.
Did
just
she
to have-
kiss her pants? You think?
I have no idea, but
That's
then
crazy.
and then they was looking for the entrance. The entrance wasn't even built yet, so I was just like the little gate to go through. So then I was
Damn.
just like, people was lined up. So I was just
Just
like, y'all look crazy.
All that to see Shabuzi.
Right, I was
That's crazy. And Shaq and Chuck, I guess.
He got a beautiful voice though. Like,
Oh, no, he's-
Shabuzi got
he's
I
a hell
love
of a
hearing
singer.
people live. Like when you hear, I'm like, okay, this
Yeah.
works. This works.
And that song is catchy as
Yeah,
hell.
it is. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Yeah, he sung it 4 times at sound check. I was like, okay. And like,
Does he have anything
I
else?
DJ the song, okay? Like, good God, like, good God. Like, I'm like, you don't need to keep sound check it. And you're like, huh? Let me stop. Let me stop. It was lit. It was lit. Like, God
It is
damn.
pretty. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tall guy too.
Is he?
Again, not very tall, but like he walked past me and I was just like, oh shoot, that's Shabuzi. But it was like his presence. I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, couldn't imagine that. I don't know. Not like I would have seen you walking down the street or something, but like,
Yeah.
Starting to wonder now. Are there plenty of venues in Boston?
no.
If there-
Think
we're
we just named
listing
like
a bunch now.
4 of them, like everything.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I guess we kind of did just hit them all. And then there's
Who
just like
else?
the smaller ones, like they're basically bar.
Yeah.
shows,
There's not
you
enough
know?
in between size,
trying to
you
think,
know,
oh.
We'll
because
figure it
like
out.
Roadrunner's pretty big. You got to be.
I haven't been there. I hear it's good, but
similar to House of Blues, kind of. It's kind of like an upgraded House of Blues.
I was invited to go watch. I don't know this band, but my buddy was like, "Do you want to come see Rainbow Kitten Surprise?" They're like a punk band or something. I think they're a punk band or
Okay.
like
no, that's cool.
I forget. I don't. So I was thinking about it, and then he sends me. He like shows me a song, and I listened to like 20 seconds. I was like, I don't think.
What kind of music is it?
I don't even know. Look them up, guys. I don't remember. It was like I just was like it didn't get me right away, and I was like I'm not gonna go. I don't know them. I'm not just gonna. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But that was like, and it was after. It would have been after Fenway, so it was like late night. But that was the only chance I've had to go there. So unless you might have told me about the locks too, I was probably working
I
that
think I
night
did.
too. Yeah,
I think I did.
Yeah, summertime's tough for me because I'm slaying.
That was actually
glizzies
the
and such.
second night of the Noah Khan show. Was the locks? So
Who
were
did you just say?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Noah Khan.
What month was that?
That was in
July. That was
That
like
was-
18th and 19th, I think.
That was it. That person.
Noah Khan.
Wait, no. You
So that's
no.
Fenway. He
That was at Fenway.
That's
though.
at Fenway?
Yeah.
Oh, now I can just see who's at. I'm like,
Dude, people were just like crying at his show. That was
At Noah's show.
wait,
Yeah,
did I
so
work that
powerful.
show? I'm like, why do I remember that name? I'm like,
Noah Khan, you
I
worked
do,
there?
No, I do stagehand work. That's what I'm like. Well, I'm not filthy no more, but I do stagehand work for MGM. Oh my gosh, all of them down there. Xfinity.
You set up Fenway Park on the field?
Not certain events.
Okay.
So I'm like, we gotta get specific because they be like, yeah, no, certain events, certain stuff.
Gotcha.
The last one I did at Fenway was Post Malone.
Okay.
Yeah. And
that
then,
was the last.
That was the last
show,
one
yeah.
they had. Yeah.
oh, you see how hard I'm thinking right
Yeah.
That was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yo, when I say my brain, it's like this. Yeah, but yes, the Post Malone because we did. We had to do the loadout for Pearl Jam, and then Post Malone was coming in.
Super fun working the concerts. I've talked about it here a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of times, but like, yeah, those being able to. Also, I'm saying it on record. You know what? Never mind. I'll say it after. I'll say it.
I'm saying you're trying to get banned. Like Pearl Jam's gonna have like a whole list about y'all. Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
I don't care. Even flow.
wait.
That's it.
They actually probably would come on here because they're like, we could actually address some things.
We would love that.
Right?
Yeah. No,
some
it's crazy.
shit.
Yeah, it is interesting. But we sold merch for JR Specs. We're kind of like merch slangers
That's
over
true.
here.
We did.
If you ever need us to sell merch for you, we're in.
Got you.
Yeah.
Push this hoodie.
Actually, wait, can we get WhySham merch anywhere?
Yeah, we need some merch.
Y'all got to give me, give me
yeah?
Christmas time. That's actually not bad.
right.
Yeah, Christmas time.
You've never made merch?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I have.
It's all
It's gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
And then I keep doing one offer, like one pieces, like or whatever. And so that's what's like messing me up. So I think I'm just gonna take it to my baby Zach in Quincy, Self-Made Designs, and just have them.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
Do it all up because I
That's
have
a print shop?
Yeah, I haven't.
It's right next to the crack. Or it
Oh,
was.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Wait a minute. This isn't part of the Mass Music Place, is it?
Yes.
They're like affiliated.
They had their studio inside of inside.
Yeah,
Right.
he was
That's
getting
right.
this set up when we went through that area.
That's right.
He was
Yeah.
because that was like a business they were trying to start. They had the screen print machine.
Yes.
Like
So-
with like they had like 8 arms or something
Like
crazy. shit.
I would
Yeah.
say it was like the huge
It's
one,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I haven't been there in a while, but Zach, that's like the only person I'll just hit up to do. So it's coming. Yeah.
Awesome. We might hit up Zach too. I
we
I
need
didn't
some
know
new
there was
merch.
a
Yeah.
local
It's just
guy
a
doing
time when it's
prints.
like, oh, you want one? I'm like, okay, I got you. But then otherwise, like, I think I'll probably start off with 100. And I feel like every time I do like a small amount, they go. And then it's just like, there's no more. But then if I do like, let me do 400, it'd be so slow.
Yeah.
People be like, I'm going to come. They don't come. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, all right. Like, I'm not trying to be giving away merch to give away merch. Like, this ain't that type of party. Like, not anymore. Like, not anymore. Like, for you all, yes. Like, I would love to be like, yo, here's some merch like for the show. But
Yeah.
Zach, we coming to you. We coming to you.
Yeah, we would give away merch just to guests on the podcast. But other than that, you got to pay.
Right.
So I'm just curious with the albums, what role do you play? Like, do you produce? What's your job in the studio?
My own particular, I'm saying I don't know about everybody, so my own particular, let's see. It started off meeting up with artists. I'll talk about the first one, and finally first, and the second one after, because it's like two completely separate, different type of things. The first one, I knew like who I wanted to work with. Like I heard them around. We did some shows together. Like pretty much everybody on that project wanted to get a feel of just like how it was to record and do that, and picked all the beats. That one definitely. There ain't nothing there. There ain't no purchase your beats today. Everything was bought. Bought all the beats, and then I sent them
All
to
local producers?
No.
Okay.
So the first album, no. Because I didn't. I'm gonna be at the time. I knew people, but it was like I just wanted to do it on my own. I think that's like the thing. I just wanted to do it on my own, and then I think find it. Also, this is like during COVID, somewhat like it's not real. Yeah, it was during COVID because that's like when everything. I had to do my album release on Zoom. Yeah.
You released it in
Oh my
2020.
God.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
think,
like
right?
on Zoom, yeah. And I'm like,
Those
oh my
times
gosh.
were so crazy.
Right,
That
and I'm
was a
thinking, I'm
weird
like, how did I
time.
get out there? It was on Zoom. I was going hard, like, oh my gosh, tune in on Zoom and YouTube. Like, it's gonna
Album
come out.
listening party on Zoom is
Like,
crazy.
it was crazy. Like, what? Dang, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. It's been a while. But no, when I picked the beats, and then like for me, I always say this like to rappers, like I can hear your voice, and I'm like, okay, I hear this beat and them with the sound. A little pushback with some of them. And they were like, all right, after. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not switching it because that's what I hear. And also, honestly, too, like, I feel like sometimes like people like open you up to something different. So everybody was like very like open, you know, I'll say for the most part, with my ideas. The second project, because it was honestly supposed to be like just singles, and then I wanted to do a Survivor's Prayer, but I didn't. again, like the rollout like wasn't like really all the way I wanted it to be. With that one, I only was in the studio with the first project. I was in the studio with everybody. Like we was at my studio every day, or like with a different artist and sending stuff back and forth. Shout out to Rilla Force at the time. They helped definitely engineer that project, and I was just like, yeah, no, the girl said no, just like that. And I was like, send it back. So when you come to like, it wasn't layers. It was just like they are people also in particular with producers and engineers they work with.
Yeah.
Me, this is my first time, so I wanted it to be my first time with somebody that they never worked with, because I felt like that's when it gets down to like a certain sound, or not a sound, but like. I just wasn't going with who everybody was working with at the time.
Okay.
And then I wanted like a fresh start, and then Rilla was like a part of like my music life. So I was like, oh no, this actually works. But then the girls were picky and they're like, this sounds off.
They
and
were
it
like
was
girls only on this album. Yeah, that's what they said.
You should have picked that female part. I mean, engineer. And then at that time I didn't. I could have looked around, but then I was rocking with Rilla. He did his thing. Like he helped out. Again with the tracks, the feedback was dope on both sides. And it's like I see what they were saying, like the artist, and then I seen what they like Rilla was saying. Long story short, I went what the artist said, because I was like, oh, I get what you're saying. Like that means, because again, I'd never like engineered during that time or like really recorded. I just recorded them, which like here's the vocals in Rilla, blah blah blah. Here you go, send this. Mixing and mastering, like. But I would never release anything that I mix and mastered, because I know it sounds trash. It sounds trash. Like the projects I have, like still babies, like oh my goodness, like I'm still working on something I have now. Second project, the one with memories, that was already done, fresh from DE. That was already recorded before me. But at that time, I wanted to be like a little mixtape, like little mixture of everybody, and just get like a hint of stuff. So Pipe Dreams already had Lose My Mind. So he sent me a couple tracks, and I said, nope, that's the one I want. Like, give me that. Okay. AB said he had a track, and I was like, okay, which one you're sitting on right now? He sent me that one, and I was like, oh, love this one. Memories, take it. Not take it, but like we're gonna collab on it and do like, you know, I'll push it. And I'll say it in that sense. The one with Brandy, of course, that was recorded, me and her, but then that was recorded for a while. But I was like, I didn't want that on. I would like that was just like no. That was on her. That was supposed to be on her project, and she sent me that one too. Oh shit, maybe I just stole everybody's stuff. I was like, that's like we're like down to track 2. There's like 5, 6 tracks on it. From the top, "Love Me" with Mona Velli and Jill. We recorded that like a year and a half before that came out, and then we released that on why am I blanking out today? Tiny Desk.
Okay.
They had that. So we did that for Tiny Desk.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I loved it. I'm like, Mona Velli, Jill, they were two different, like completely two different
I was
artists.
going to say, when I saw that collab, I was like, that's interesting.
Right.
I like that.
So I like doing shit like that. Because I'm just like, so I miss stuff like that. Like, you know, like, they probably wouldn't have, I don't say wouldn't have worked together because, like, you never know.
Probably
That's
not.
right. But, like,
Probably
rooms
not.
and
You
stuff.
made that happen.
Like, I love, like, just, I can hear y'all two together. I don't care what anybody else, but I can hear these two together. Or I can hear you and this, like, if it's a guy, whoever it is. IMT Vaughn, that's my homie. Actually, we just worked with him earlier. I sent him that track. Sent him that track. We recorded it, but then he didn't like how I forgot. He didn't like something I did to it, so he sent it to his. It's like it's crazy. The artist is crazy. Now I know how to hold my foot down. That's like I'm gonna do shit completely different. Yeah. Even if I was to get tracks sent, like I would want certain stuff a different way. But I love all of them, and I love everybody's like input because it taught me so much. He had his engineer do it and send it back to me. So, and that's not going back. I was like, nope, wrong song. Damn, I don't even know right now. That is definitely Brittany's. His is my bad, dog. My bad. Blame Instagram because Instagram doesn't have 3 of the songs. I be tagging everyone. Like, you know how you could tag people's songs? Yeah. For some reason, those are the only songs. Losing My Mind.
That's weird.
His song does not come up. Hit My Line. There we go. See, Hit My Line. There we go. Perfect. I'm like, I'm horrible. I'm getting old, everybody. I'm getting old. I know my music, okay? I can do the lyrics.
No,
it ain't my
like
lyrics, but I can do the lyrics.
I thought.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Yeah. We're all in our mid-20s here.
All right.
yeah.
So some people, like for me, I wanted just different, having fun with it and just learning different type of music styles. Like everybody's recording. I'm like, oh, well, I knew artists who was not like, Give me the music. Why? Oh, I keep putting it on my lap. We're gonna leave it there. I'm on timeout. That's the second. We're on time. I'm on timeout. That's the second time. Why would I put on these silky pants? Like what? And I'm not on my phone at that either. Like I just here. It's cracked in the back, so it's okay. Like it's just cracked even more.
Mine's cracked.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, just some type of different. Like, and you're sitting on music, and I'm doing nothing right now. So let me help you and help each other. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And memories again, like. I don't know. I have a song at a different point in time is like my favorite, but memories that's like a favorite because like it's like a connection to Hefe Replay, and everybody had their own memory like with him and its own like respect. And then I didn't realize that time. I was like, oh my gosh, like.
That's awesome.
Freak out. But anyways, so that's like my baby right now. But otherwise, all of the music or every track I put out, like I'm proud of, or proud of like working with that artist. Because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Regardless of what C-Dub gave it on.
No, my gosh. And it was crazy. I was like, I didn't even know this was coming. Like, y'all didn't even judge finally. Like, why didn't do finally?
Oh, they didn't do finally?
No. But then it was during the time, it was COVID. So, like, I feel like a lot of stuff, like, got missed. But I'm like, y'all judge the stuff. I was just trying to, like, just get out there. Like, dang. Yeah. But no, shout out to bro. Let me roll my eyes on camera. Shout out to bro. Whatever.
He's always going to be honest. You got to give him that.
All right. Always going to be honest. And honestly, I would not. How do I say it? Like I would want that. Like I don't not lie to me because they get like no. Granted, everybody should be listening to different artists, so I'm not gonna say who is this. Like you should be listening to other artists and stuff like that. So keep an open mind with newer artists. Right. But yeah, because he's like, who the fuck is Pipe Dreams? Who the fuck is Chill McCracken? And I'm like, well, Chill McCracken, Charlie, is freaking nominated on the Boston Music Awards. Are you fucking shitting me right now? Like,
I believe he said these are a bunch of rapper rejects.
See, you're an ass. I've been trying to and I'm just like,
no, we love Charlie.
How, Sway? How? Like how? Sorry, Charlie. I'm not gonna keep putting all these famous people on my like the fuck. That time of that shit. And to me, everybody in my world is like all the same. Like again, like I do not think of anybody as a reject number one, Charlie.
Right. Right.
It's kind of a crazy thing to say about somebody, yeah.
It is.
Like what? I definitely like listening, even though I haven't listened to a lot of music like during that time, because now a lot's going on. During that time, I love listening to different artists who was just not like in the scene or who was in the scene and who just had music out that like was like, this shit's actually fire. Like y'all should be doing more with this.
Nobody's
like,
really paying attention,
right?
but
Like
this
why
guy's
not?
got something.
Yeah. And the city is so big, so it's just like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm a reject DJ. Shit, some people still asking who's WhySham. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, look her up.
No, you
Shit.
are.
Like,
Not true. You're prolific. You're everywhere. And you're literally everywhere.
You are Boston's premier DJ.
I'm still having to pay to get in clubs, and people still like, who? I don't get like no.
But
they have these folks. I'm gonna say the male DJs come walk in. They know all their faces, but they be looking.
I will say this: Keanu Reeves had to pay for a movie ticket to see the premiere of a movie he starred in because they didn't know who he was at the front door, so he went and waited in line and bought a ticket.
Oh wow!
So you know,
he didn't just say I'm in this movie.
Keanu Reeves is a humble man.
Very humble. Okay.
He's
trying to be
transcended.
that.
Yeah. He's just one of those guys.
I'd be humble to a point, but I'd just be like, y'all just let y'all mans in who's not even going to spend no money. And I was going to actually get something at the bar. And I'll be here.
Really get in the club for free?
Yes, they do. I used to work at Naga Nightclub, a.k.a. Monroe, a.k.a. La Fabrica. That's not... Yes. So guys, trust.
I don't like this.
I don't like where this is going.
Pay. I've always paid to get in.
Yeah, I pay to get in until I can't get in, and I'm just like, no. But if it's a night out, like there's like R&B only and stuff. But it's like, oh, you tell me to pull up to the club. I really don't think I should be paying to get in. And I've never thought like I should be on that egotistical. But to me, I'm just like, I'm to myself. Like I don't even go out to the club. So if I do go out to the club, it's just like, why am I paying? Like,
especially if you're in the circuit of
I'm
working
gonna be buying
them
all the
too.
drinks.
Like
I went to one. Like I'm not trying to be like I be drinking. But I'm not trying to say it like that. But it's like I will pay the door. And like, you know, I be buying food.
Right,
I got these places. So I'm just
enough.
like, damn, like I'm paying for a whole real night out at these clubs. And it's like
the door charge is kind of crazy.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. So that's why I stayed my ass home. And then
that's the thing to do these days.
Yeah. Ain't much going on.
To be honest, I feel like I don't go places that have a cover charge. That
I'm very anti-cover charge.
Usually it's like a ticket, which makes sense. But like
right.
a cover charge just to get into what will be a regular bar or a club when I get in, I'm like, come on.
I think it's crazy. And some of them are like $30, $40.
Yeah.
Remember Memoir Encore?
Stop.
They
Yeah.
charged us $40
And
to
that
go in.
wasn't even a special night. Like Black
crazy.
Rose on St. Patty's Day is $40, but it's like St. Patty's Day, and that's like the Irish bar in Boston, so
damn.
it's like, of course. But otherwise, it's still a crazy
40,
thing to charge.
$40 to like stand in a packed bar where you can't even
No.
move. It's
Oh,
just
by the way,
insane.
it drives me
And nobody
up a
dances
wall.
anymore.
Yeah.
Or they're
Yeah.
recording you dance and making fun of you dance. And I'm just like, yeah, no. Because
Yeah.
me, I actually do
You
like
can't
to
dance
when
like
I
no
go
one's
out.
watching
Yeah.
anymore
Yeah.
because everyone's watching.
I'm like, if you're gonna record, like, okay, like at least book me after or something. Like, don't be just doing like, oh my goodness, dance. Like, no, I actually do like to dance, but everybody just be looking at each other on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I was
what?
It's so funny. I was like, it's this. I went to a EDM show. I'm not usually an EDM person, but I went to an EDM show with my friend, and I was, getting silly in the crowd. I'm like doing funny things, and I see some people like not really moving that much, so I'm kind of like. And then these people like lean in. What? Like I wasn't even like looking directly at this person, and this girl leans in and just goes, "I have a boyfriend," and I'm just like. I'm like, I'm not hitting on you. I'm just dancing. I was like, this is so weird. People think it's weird. Do you just like dance
wanna
and
dance
like
like it's
having some
crazy.
energy? I was like, it's so weird. Yeah, I know what you mean though. It's like you feel awkward being like the person. Usually people dance more at the EDM shows. I think,
yeah,
but
because everybody's in it. Oh.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
People,
because everyone's on Molly.
people are in their zones.
Say acid.
No,
Like,
yeah, I think it's more like horse stuff these days. I
Ketamine?
forget. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to be subtle, but sure.
Be
Yeah.
safe, folks. Okay, I cannot. Lord have
There's
mercy.
nothing subtle about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, that's actually funny you say that because I feel like people don't really dance anymore. Like there
That's
used to be
sad.
like club kind of that scene where like
Yeah.
people just go out and everyone's vibing. Like certain songs, like everyone knows like the way to dance to that song. And like I feel like I don't see
Yeah,
that.
dude.
I don't
Nobody's cranking
know.
that
I also
Soulja Boy
might
anymore.
not be outside like that. Dude, cranking that Soulja Boy. I don't think did it ever get better than that after that?
I'm done. I'm done. And we was really outside dancing. Now.
And we were like
Yeah. No, that was
3 years old.
I remember
think?
practicing it in the mirror. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't even
For school
dare.
dances. I was like, I can't go to a
Yeah.
school dance and not know how to do this. Everyone else is
Oh
going to
my
be
God,
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's like,
That was a
what's
fun
the
time.
latest? Yeah.
That was crazy.
Now there's a dance every week.
Oh yeah, too many. I can't even keep up with them. I don't know how to do them anymore.
Yeah,
Unless
please.
you're on TikTok. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
even
know.
still, I'm like, those are not even dances. They're like routines, like full
Yeah.
routines. Like,
Yeah.
what is who got time for this?
The last dance I learned was the jerk, and that's it.
That's a classic. That one's been making a comeback lately.
I'm
Oh
done.
really?
What? I know, I've seen it.
I remember that feeling crazy at first. I was like, I can't run backwards and stand in the same place. What?
Yeah.
And it works.
You
It
want to
works.
have a
Just give it
jerk
shot.
off? I'm not doing that. That's
Hey,
crazy.
yo! You said it, dude. You said it, not me.
That's what people call it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
We've
Yeah.
never. No one from Boston's ever had like a dance, right?
What do you mean?
Like I don't know, like Soulja Boy had the Soulja Boy dance. You know,
Oh,
it's
I
like,
see what you're saying.
like no one has had like a
No.
thing, you know,
No,
or like in it's going down. Meet me
Yeah,
in the
Young
mall.
Jock.
that's crazy.
But that was all that era. That was like 2006,
Yeah.
2007. That
Beast
was
and
like,
ruined it for us.
Um,
I said-
Yeah, it's like he didn't
DJ
dance.
Unk had Walk It Out and
Oh my
two-step.
goodness.
You know
Yes.
what would change Benzino's image crazy is if he did like a sick dance where he was like really moving. Dude, if he
Call it the no net. No net. No net. You're right. Look at Corey LeRae's about to come for me. Look at.
Oh my
He
God.
said, no net. No net.
yeah, that's
Oh my
crazy.
God. All right.
We got to get Benzino on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him my advice because I feel like that would be a huge thing for him.
They'll
if
just
he
want to talk
did
about
that.
Eminem the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
Whatever, dude.
Like nobody gives a fuck
We'll
about
all
your
start
beef.
crying. I'm
Right.
sick of it.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Like,
we'll
sir,
give him a
what
few
positive
shots.
things you got
and
going?
start crying.
Anyways,
All right.
so we talked about this a little bit off camera. You mentioned you were on a hiatus from producing. So how much? I know you mentioned like you curate and mix these albums, and mixing. I feel like because you mentioned like everyone's a different artist. I feel like that's going to be an art in its own. But like producing. Like, is that kind of something you've always kept on the back burner? Are there tracks out there? I'm not familiar, like, of your production, like, that people are on.
Ain't nothing out there. No,
Nothing out there? Are you lying? Are these Patreon exclusive
It's a
tracks?
secret.
Nothing's out there. That's supposed to be for like the Bigger Than Khaled. Like that was like the
Okay.
upcoming project, but ain't nothing came through. Like, not even anything's like recorded. More so just like arranged of just like how I want things to be. Gathering folks, let's say. That's like the tough part. Like schedules. And are we on the same page like this time? Like, type deal. But the producing part, no. Like I just want to arrange some vocals and send everything to John and keep it moving. It's like I don't want to go too deep. Like
that's fair,
it.
Yeah. And I think like specialty, like it seems like you found your lane in this particular machine where you are able to curate and then using everyone's strengths. Like you know what sounds right and what's gonna play right, put it into the cohesive album, and then the producers are gonna do their thing, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to use up bandwidth to do that stuff. So that totally makes sense. But of course, having the knowledge at all, you're able to have a hand in it. So that would make sense.
Oh, absolutely. Oh no, I'm like 97% hands in. Like, like the only things I don't is actually like the engineer part. But everything else, no, absolutely not. Except in the rapping. In the singing, I don't do either, Laura.
You sure?
I've heard you rap before.
Just one.
On that Brandy Blaze song.
That was my song.
Oh, that was your song?
My song.
Okay.
That's my song. Which I didn't put out on any album, so I was like, I might use that. And I was like, but no, that was my song. Yeah. I was in the studio going through hell, like in a good way. It was just like, it was hot, but it was cold. Like in terms of like temperature. Yeah. Swear to God. And the studio was like jacked up that day. Like dead ass jacked up.
Okay. Hot and cold? Like hot in the booth but cold outside?
No. Just like the temperature was jacked up. And then I kept saying, I was like, am I sick? And it was like COVID time. And I was like, am I sick? But I wasn't sick. So I was like, this is like, it's like a random story that lines up. But I just literally remember that day, like it was cold and it was hot. It was cold and hot. There was no circulation in the studio. I swear to God. So I keep opening the window.
As somebody who normally runs hot, I fully understand you. That makes so much sense to me. I can't even explain.
Yeah. And then I recorded a verse and I sent it to her and she thought I was joking. And I was like, no, that's what I recorded. And then she came and recorded her verse. Then I think maybe like a couple weeks later, I was like, I got Inside the Maze. So we're about to shoot a video. That was, and then there was like nothing to that. I just like, it was like an impulse. Like I just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be real, I just seen DJ Khaled, what's it, Dr. Dre, like all the DJs or like that, like has at least one. He has like more, but like everybody rapped. They got their one track, they did their thing.
I do remember when DJ Khaled rapped that one time.
One time, right? And then you could pull it up because I made sure I went to YouTube and find it.
What song was it? It was a remix to was it All I Do Is Win?
No. Take it back. Like this is like his beginning.
He rapped on like in like 2012 at one point,
but that's my song though with Lil Wayne, Paul Wall, and all of them on it. That's We Taking Over.
No, that's not We Taking Over. That is it's on the first album.
Oh my gosh.
The album was called Listen, and the song is called, I forget.
Granted, he's not that good.
Let's do a little Googling.
And it's not on Spotify.
Right.
That album
My
is
phone's
not
on the floor,
Spotify.
so I was like, I would have been pulling.
That album is not on Spotify, too.
Oh.
I remember I couldn't find it on Spotify, but let me see. DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, Paul Wall.
Wait, was it, he raps on remixes to Welcome to My Hood and I'm So Hood?
Holla at me.
Yeah, even still, that's not even him rapping like that though. Like he has like I don't even know that old track. Like he did his own little verse. Like he has a verse, like a verse. Like this is like no disrespect, like Skinny Khaled.
Okay, yeah.
Like growing up. So I was like, that's just something I wanted to do. And then I'm like, oh, this shit's actually kind of fire. Hold up. Like, and I like the drill music. Like I love drill music. I don't like the how about this? I like drill music to an extent. I don't like everybody's drill music. Yeah. Like that. And it's not even about like, rapping about guns or whatever like that. It's just something like the shit is trash. Because I'm like, my favorite artists, like half of them in New York. Like I love all the drill music that's coming from New York. Like, oh my goodness. I love the stuff that's coming from here. And I don't mention Boston drill rappers because everybody got issues and I don't got time for that. But let's just say I listen to Boston rappers in my car with the windows up.
Yeah. I got you. Same.
You don't want to piss anybody off. I know what you mean.
I don't got time for none of that. I love all of you all. I respect it. I like the cadences, and I do think we have more content, honestly, in our drill rap than other rappers, if that makes sense. Like, it's not just bubblegum bull. Like, they actually be putting stories.
Yeah.
Granted, some of them stories getting locked up, but otherwise, like, I love the content, like the Boston rappers having their drill rap, but otherwise, I don't want to hear all that shit.
It does seem to kind of lean towards like the emotional sides of the struggles of like what drill talks about. Whereas like what I've heard out of like Chicago and New York is like the aggressive side, just that. So like, but also a lot of
Their
like
drill
what you
is so
said,
different, it's
some's
crazy.
good, some's bad.
Right.
A lot of it is copy paste.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
Literally,
it's the
right.
like it's the same beat like
Yeah.
30 times and everyone's talking about Zaza and
Right.
you're like, all right.
Like Ice Spice, no. Good concert, but no. Like, it was just the
Not
same
into
difference.
Ice
Like,
Spice?
yeah, no. That I am into it because it's like, I gotta play the music for like the ladies, but otherwise, like, again, her concert was fire. Like the flow, I can enjoy a live concert any day. But when it comes to just like the music, and granted, shout out to the sis, she got me in there because I was not paying for that. But it's again, it's the same. It's like, thank you to shit you to fart. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm saying it though, because it's just like, but
I've
it's
never
like,
been
no.
impressed by her music. I'd rather listen to
No.
Glorilla. And
Yeah, oh my
Lotto
God,
and all
absolutely.
that.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real, Sexy Red too. Sexy
And
Red
Bia,
reminds me
even
of
Bia.
Go
like
sexy.
Trina. And I
Go
love Trina growing
sexy.
up.
Yeah.
So she reminds me of like the newer day Trina. So Sexy Red, yeah, like she's in her lane with that rat shit. Like, and I call it rat. I used to say that's my favorite word. Like her in that era. But
Yeah.
otherwise,
I call it bad bitch rap.
Oh,
Bad bitch rap.
It's my favorite genre right now.
Owen
I
loves
call myself
Savage
ratchet. I
Rap.
saw like, oh, this is ratchet. I'd be like,
No, we saw you on stage with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, shout out
it'll
Megan
click
Thee
over
Stallion
real
also.
quick. Like what? Oh my God.
Real hot girl shit.
Right.
When I tell you,
Ah.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
I was listening to Shisha like earlier today. I think
wow.
that's a Megan track. Early she's featured on it or something.
Shinsia?
Is that that's whose main track it is, right?
From
The song.
the Islands?
I think so. The song is called Shisha. I
Oh, never mind. I thought she was talking about Shinsia, the artist, but that's
Oh,
a
no.
song. So clearly I didn't listen to the recent album either. I'm not joking. Like, there's so much music. The only thing I know is what I don't know how it goes. But Tommy, what's up?
Oh yeah. That's oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
what
blanking
am I
out.
saying?
You are-
Mamushi.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that a lot. And Otaku Hot Girl.
Never heard of it.
It's on the same album.
Yep, I'm hip, but I'm like, never.
They're yeah.
Damn
no,
shame.
that one's fun.
Shamar, you're
Watashi
bad.
wa Sta is so catchy though.
Yeah.
Even though they're just like stop.
Stop.
I'm like, why do I just love
Right.
that?
It's
But that's like the
crazy.
magic of music. Like I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes you're not just like sometimes it's not always bars. It's just like I feel it. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I love it.
absolutely.
And I wanted to ask you this too. You mentioned it kind of in the beginning, where like with the crowds at the Garden, where like you're kind of commanding them with the songs you play, and like you can control that environment. Not just there, but like in general as a DJ. Do you experience that? Because like I feel like the DJ is the modern day conductor, and the conductor like kind of started like they have the wand that kind of like it almost
kicks everything
it's like
off.
magic like of them
Gotcha.
like casting it over the crowd and like making the whole thing happen. Like do you feel that sometimes when you're mixing, and do you ever fake button pressing?
Okay,
Hard-hitting
I gotta use
question.
the
I'm sorry,
bathroom
first
sometimes
question
so we
was
laugh
real.
hard. Wait, you said no fake button pressing.
Okay.
The only thing I'll do is like what's it called? Like wait, what does that mean? Wait, what?
No, well, that
Oh,
part,
act
I'm
like you're
sorry,
pressing
ignore
play?
that part for now. You
Not
like
even
with
that
those crowds, do you feel like you'll be like, I bet I can get everyone jumping right now, and you put like a certain song on that it's going to happen, or like 3 tracks from now you build up to that. Like, that's got to be part, I feel like, of the job, right?
But more for, this sounds wild, but more for like concerts and like what I'm hosting / DJing, because people have been doing that now, like hosting DJ. Like Boston Calling, when I kicked off Cake's swag set, that like I'm like, what song do I play first? Like, I
They
can't
not
think.
like us. They not like
that,
us.
that was the first song.
That wasn't?
No, that was just a video they captured.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, that was the last song.
Oh, all right.
So people was already over there before that shit came over. So that's the thing. It'd be so much like behind the scenes of like this stuff happening.
So how'd
like,
you lure them in?
I was already mixing for 30 minutes. So we didn't even do sound check for Boston Calling. So I was like, this is the first time I hear
What?
that. Yeah.
That's
so how
crazy.
about that? So
You have
My
stage
fault.
monitors though, right? So you can at least hear something.
So
Or you have headphones, I guess, right?
yeah, so okay, now we'll backtrack. So Boston Calling happened so quick, right? And it's kind of my fault. So we was all there on time and everything. We was good. Dancers is there. I was like, I'm gonna go on stage and set up. Boom, set up. But then I was like, oh, nobody's over here. I'm gonna play a song. But then they were still in the back getting ready. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play another song. Nobody said anything. Like the sound people, nobody said shit. So I was like, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Now we're heading into sound check time. Well, no, I didn't even know it was sound check time until after they was like, if you see in the video, they went like this. I went like this to the other side because on the left side, whatever opposite side, after I did this, somebody told me we had 2 minutes and I said 2 minutes for what? And I was like, oh shit. I looked and I'm like, we didn't even do sound check, guys. Just
Wow.
like that to the dancers, like da-da-da. But
That's
I was
crazy.
playing everything like, like rock and roll, like, just like whatever. But then they were like transitioning from one set to the next. So now people just, they're coming in, but I'm just like, this is even better because like they'll all be coming for like cake swag shit, but that shit was lit. Like, it was and then once we got to Not Like Us, it was
saw that
over.
video, yeah.
Like,
That was
shout out to
crazy.
Aunt Thomas's dad. He got out there.
Shout out.
It got crazy, and I was just like, oh my god, we have like this isn't Boston. Like this is our show. Like we got a Boston College. We got a show to do.
Are
But-
the sound people there? Like, wouldn't they have said something to you? Like, do you want to do
Yes.
sound check? That's
Yeah.
so weird.
So it wasn't, the thing is, they wouldn't say anything because then I was more concerned about them saying something about me doing music before because they were performing. Like the blue stage, they're performing.
Oh, okay.
Not about sound check. About time everybody realized, like, everybody's grooving and people were coming in.
That's
I won't
probably
say
all they care
Nobody.
about,
I would say
I
nobody. I won't say nobody care, but like everybody's just
Yeah.
like, oh shoot, and now it's like it's a party out here. It's like it's a vibe, like it's a
Right.
show. But it's crazy. Everybody think that. I was like, that was not playing the only song. Like we was out there for 30 minutes. Like that was literally like the last song, and then we started the show, and then started going.
No, I feel it might have been fine, right? Like, it sounds like the sound
No.
check was fine. Or no,
No, it
things
was
were wrong.
fine, but you still got to be careful because the stages are not close, but they're close. So they have
Oh, so
that
you're bleeding
downtime in
into the other
between. Like if her sound check, let me see, she starts at 4:05. Don't quote me. 4:05. Sound check is at like 3:50 or something like that, right? You got like 10 minutes, right?
Okay.
But then during that time, you got these stages in between performing.
Right.
So then if you got like a stage that's not supposed to be performed, that's like what's happening over here. Like
Right.
it throws everything off, in their world and
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah. So it's just like, because I remember that from last year with Brandy. Like, you don't want to be, they don't let you, they try not to have people, it's solid. Like sound checks here, boop, 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 and it keeps going. So,
But it sounds like things went well
oh my
without
God.
sound
It
check.
wa-
So,
It actually did. Like I was
Yeah.
scared. I'd be scared of certain shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, this will be the time that, I don't know, whatever happens. But dances, shout out to 4-Star, shout out to Kiki. And Cake Swag, the set was like chef kiss. Like it was dope.
4-Star?
Yeah,
That's
4-Star.
Dragon Ball
dance.
reference.
Yeah.
Fun.
I don't watch anime, so I would never know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that either.
Yeah. It is.
Look it. I'm gonna ask him a text her like, did y'all name y'all stuff after, what'd you say?
The 4-Star Dragon Ball, that's
Dragon
the
Ball.
one that Goku's grandfather had, and he keeps it with him throughout the
I
show.
bet she did it. No.
I bet. Look it up.
Look
it
she
up.
asked little baby too. 4-Star, 4 PF. No, look it.
I don't know. Text it, and we'll figure it out later. Yeah. Ask.
After I pick my photo.
Yeah. If it's still
Stay
there,
there
I don't
for
even
now.
know what's going on. It might have just dissolved into the floor. That's pretty crazy, though. Was that your first time at Boston Calling or being on stage?
No, second. I was there
With Brandy.
Brandy last year.
Oh,
This year
okay,
with
gotcha.
Kate. Yep. Last year, I would say it was more of, it was a lot going on in terms of what I was doing. I was like that managerial role, but it was just like, it was just, we all trusted each other, and having other people come in and take tabs of what was happening was not going to go down. So literally I had a binder for every single person who was in the band for her. I had everybody's meal ticket. Like, this is what's going down today. This is what time it's sound check. Like, making sure everything was going through.
You were in charge of a lot.
Like, everything,
That's nice.
yeah. And it was fun to learn that back inside though too, of just like what really goes into the show, like, on their end, and what needs to be submitted on their end. And it wasn't too much. It was just like, just making sure everything was together. And then everybody ate, everybody had a good time. Everybody had their wristbands and stuff like that, making sure, but that was it. This year, I was just the DJ, so I was chilling, like
Nice.
chilling.
It sounds like you made it a nice experience for everybody the last time.
Look
so-
at, look at. Just do what I
nice.
can. Just do what I can.
Hey.
Whether if it's that, figuring out meals and then DJ and or just DJing. Like I'll make it work. Like it's nothing. I just be glad to be in spaces like that because I'm like I've never attended Boston Calling in my life or even thought to. I'm gonna be real. Like I hear about it, know about it, but that's not like. I'd spend money out of state and go see a concert or something like that out of town. But like I wouldn't like even if Megan was there, I still wouldn't have seen her there. Like I would have seen her someplace else because that's just like
no.
that
I'm
one
not a
little
big
select.
festival person.
Yeah,
I only
and
went
that's just so many
for the
people.
local artists.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I've never
Ed
gone,
Sheeran
yeah.
was cool though. That was
Right.
fun.
Okay. Yeah. And I know Hosier. Oh my gosh, I love him. Like
Yeah.
his voice angelic. So, but I'd be grateful. Shout out to all the folks who be keeping me involved.
Yeah. So you put on a festival before.
Yes.
You have in the past.
Yes.
A few times.
Yes.
Is that happening again in the future?
We're taking that to LA. I'm just gonna announce it right now.
No way.
In a smaller way. Grammy weekend. Shout out to Lost But Found Bar, but I'm gonna start there. I would love to do it here, but there is no. Wait, what they tell me? I didn't apply, so I need to go apply for a permit and all that stuff here. Y'all talk about you famous and stuff. People be like, they know you, but they don't be doing something. So it's like, what's the point of knowing people? They can't do anything. I don't say it like that, but it's like if I gotta go through all this, like I don't mind filling out paperwork, but it's just like people just be wanting to know folks just to know them, and I'm like, I actually be wanting to do business, and actually encourage like genuine relationships. So when it comes with that, shout out to One Somerville that was open at the time. We had the space there.
Yeah.
So now if I wanted to do it, like. I would think like it would probably be at like RCC or like, like at an open area. That's just so up in the air that I want to start small again and go up. So Lost But Found Bar in LA. I did an event with them last Grammy season, well, whatever year.
Yeah.
And I hit them up this year early, like if I can do like a 4-day event, like it could be different stuff happening just to see, because it was like a bunch of people from Boston that came down. There's a bunch of people already in LA itself, like just, trying to whatever, I won't say get out there, just like trying to explore and network and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a finally in LA mini
That's
show.
Awesome. That's awesome.
First time hearing this.
So
I'm that's
looking
literally
up
breaking
this
news.
venue
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
I think we're going.
Yeah, we're going.
Nope, hit me.
We're definitely going.
Hit me. John Glass, everybody should be there too.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be like a dope time. Last year, Najee and everybody pulled up. It was fire though, like seeing like the mass people in LA and then we all like hooked up and stuff. So I want to get that feel out there. And they're such cool people. Like they just say, yep. They'll say yes. You could probably hit them up and they'll be like, yep. Like sure. Like they're
Really?
they're like no seriously. Oh, any venue in LA that weekend might be hard.
Yeah.
Ish.
That
So
weekend's
it's
probably
like
hard.
there's still like plenty of venues. Like it's like crazy. They might not say that out there, but to us there is. Like I don't like people like there's not enough venues because they've been to all the venues, but they got
LA's
bars.
like 40 times the size of
Exactly.
Boston. It's
Right.
insane, like how big it. Like what they would call a neighborhood is Boston,
right.
So
Just
it's
like that. Yeah.
crazy how that works. I actually have a hard time like doing that because like Boston to me is like
Boston
a city.
seems big. Yeah.
No.
And then
Oh my God,
you see
ain't-
other places. I'm
No.
like I was just saying, I'm like I was in Brooklyn this past weekend. I'm like Brooklyn is like as big. I don't even know the size. Whatever. Like correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, we lost our side cam. Sad. I don't even know like how big Brooklyn technically is, but like it felt like we were in
Forever.
Boston and we never
Yep.
really like left it. I was like, it's as big, and I'm keeping walking, and I don't know. I have a hard time with like the perspectives of that because like
Right.
I just feel like Boston's like a boutique version of other cities.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness, we are the bougie city compared to other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we close up early because we can't let our
Because why, though?
patronizers get drunk at night.
We're gonna get drunk anyways.
We're assholes. What the hell?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
feel
find
like
a way to get drunk.
The problem is you just get like nips littered everywhere.
Oh, my
Like, people
goodness.
It just
It's
leads
crazy.
to other issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at certain places now don't sell nips.
I know.
Yeah,
a lot in the
right,
city.
right,
A lot of spots
yeah.
in the city.
They
don't
trying to
sell
get rid of them. I'm
nips.
like, if an alcoholic's gonna be an alcoholic, I'm not people to say like,
Oh, yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
figure out how to get the extra $3, okay, at the corner, go in the liquor store.
Well, it's interesting that was like a deterrent, supposed to be a deterrent for homeless people. But I'm like,
What I just said, yeah, no, they're gonna
Yeah.
figure out how to get the rest of the money.
well, but it's like the money difference is like not that huge. Like you could get a very cheap bottle of any kind of alcohol for like maybe like $5 or something. Like so, it's like the nip is not gonna like
Do nothing, yeah.
it's crazy. Like
You just gotta
said,
amp the game up
$3.
because now I gotta get a big bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now they got something to finish. I'm like,
I know, right?
I hate that. Yeah.
It's just a challenge.
Oh my god.
I can beat you at your own game, huh?
Yeah, right.
I just feel like historically stuff like that just hasn't worked. Like,
Yeah.
like prohibition in general.
Yeah.
Like things like how that works and like just
Trying to control the way people like
Right.
behave.
People get
it just
crazy.
doesn't work.
it's a
people are
longer
gonna do what they
conversation,
want to do.
but, Yeah. I don't understand where those rules come from, but
Yeah.
it's just funny how that works. Like there's larger cities with like this problem too. Like New York has happy hour and stuff. It's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
weirdest thing. I'm like, I
Right,
don't
right.
understand.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like they behave better. It's like why is it like what's going
They
on?
get more privileges because they're better behaved than us.
At all. They're the worst. Oh my goodness. They're the
So,
worst. Like they would have
anyways.
won and like still found a reason to be fighting. Granted, people do that here too. But New Yorkers are like the worst. Like they would have made the news
Oh,
for doing that.
Knicks
Like
fans
why?
are crazy.
Yeah.
Knicks fans are out of their mind.
They were pissed last night. This guy, I was like, everybody's happy except for you. That's not my team. I was like, oh, sorry. I was like, oh, sorry, sir. My bad.
Yeah,
My
we
bad.
kicked their ass.
My bad.
That was fun.
It is funny though when someone like people are celebrating a different team and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, Yankees won." I'm like,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, like I don't know what to say to you.
Oh my god, like at all. The only game I didn't have in Minnesota, so I went there and I was rocking the Connecticut Suns gear, and then I never felt like an op before in my life until then, like
Really?
because it was a sea of green people. And I was like, thank God for this Celtics jacket. Like, thank God for the Celtics jacket. But then every time the Connecticut score, I'm cheering and it's
Yeah.
dead silent. Dead silent. Maybe
I
like the
love
people down there on the floor is like cheering. I'm just like, yeah, no. But I'm not with anybody. So I'm just going to start rooting for both of the teams and nobody will look
Yeah,
at me.
yeah, blend in.
Yeah, blend in.
You just like
Go.
sportsmanship.
Right, I like
yeah.
sports.
Yeah,
That's it. Go, Minnesota.
I just want a good competition.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's what it was. It was.
So who's the rudest celebrity you've ever met?
Oh. Rudest. Oh my goodness.
And then who was the nicest?
The
Yeah, we'll get
rudest.
to that after.
Dang.
We'll get to the
Wait,
positive
let me.
stuff.
I wouldn't say rude, but more snobby. And I shouldn't say it like that because
that's
I don't
rude.
like that.
That's a form of being rude.
She's about to say Millie's.
No, actually, he was a sweetheart. He was actually a sweetheart. I mean, yeah.
We love Millie's.
Ice Spice.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
really?
I posted it on
Wow.
TikTok.
Her music
I wasn't
isn't
trying
good
to go there with
and
her,
she's rude.
but then I was gonna go with a guy, but I'm just like, honestly, no, because I was gonna say on some real, I was gonna say Kai because of earlier, but I'm just like, he wasn't. He just in his own of like that was
Right,
security.
right.
That wasn't rude. He just whatever, and he actually still stopped. I got the picture.
Yeah, you had a
Yeah.
picture.
And
yeah.
it's not. And if people tell me no, that's fine. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, they didn't take a picture with
Right,
me.
right.
Like, oh my, like
Crazy though. You're a celebrity. Take the fucking picture. It's
Stop.
crazy.
Stop. Y'all are walking literally in a smack traffic of people. You want to be seen. Like, like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
ain't like you're cutting through the back. You want to be seen. But anyway, yeah. But rude, it was more so, I don't need a picture with her, but I'm going to be vivid and I'm going to tell the story just like how it is.
Yes.
Y'all know MGM, Fenway,
Mm-hmm.
where I said that's where, the backside, that's where she's coming out at. And I always close my eyes to visualize. So, kid you not, there's at least, I'm saying least, because I could be under counting, 10 people outside waiting for her, including me. Because I'm just like, oh, shoot, like, Ice Spice got to come through. And I'm like, there was a group of girls. I'm like, why are these girls standing here like that? And they was like, oh, we're waiting for Ice Spice. I said, oh, fucking me too. Just like that, like me too. That night, I don't know if he went to tell camera, but whatever. That's when I seen, he goes by his real government name now, Marquise, OG Swagger.
OG Swagger.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all outside. Okay. It was so like, you would have thought everybody was invisible. And I wouldn't say me. It was so cute. Like the young ladies, they were like little podcasters, you could tell. They had on their pink microphone. And it's like, even if you didn't wanna speak, on the podcast, like whoever they had going on, the way it's all on video, the way it was just like, if I didn't say her name, I was like, oh, something Ice Spice. So like I said, like, I'm being goofy. I said something like that. Like she looked at me with her eyes, like the crack, like she barely wanted to
I
crack
think
the
I
spell.
saw that video.
Right.
Yeah.
But nobody knows on the other side. It was like mad girls like who was screaming like, oh my God, Ice, like, oh my goodness, like, what is that? But nobody's close to her. Like
Damn.
at all. Like, everybody's behind the gates. again, less than 10 people. You couldn't speak to those fans. And it wasn't me. Like, and I'll be real. Like, if I didn't make that whatever, she wouldn't even like acknowledge nobody. And there was like a couple people, and I was just like, that was just so rude. Like,
was
like
she disappointed that it wasn't like
I don't know. It could.
Thing?
Who
like,
knows? Who knows? And it could be like
crazy,
I know
though,
you
like-
got anxiety, like and stuff. But like even a hand wave, like
Wave.
That's
Just wave.
too, like that
Smile
doesn't take
and
too
wave.
long.
Hold on. Does she really have anxiety and she's talking about shitting and farting?
Look at. I don't know what all these artists and folks got going on these days. Everybody just be saying one thing and doing another. I'm just saying, everybody living real double lives these days. Like for real, they're not what they rapping or not what they singing. They're not what they guitaring.
Super shy and anxious, but I'll rap about my moose.
That's the type of thing. They not even. Well,
That's crazy.
they could be acting like they play the guitar, but you
is
know.
some
But
wild
Ice
shit.
Spice, she long.
Well, that's disappointing, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not my favorite rapper. Like
exactly.
if Trina
We
had
already
did
said
that
her
to me,
music's
I
not
would
that
have
good.
cried.
so.
Like
Have you met Trina?
yeah,
Okay.
I was like yeah. Like shout out to Spark FM and when did that was like at Spark FM, but she performed at Legacy when I was there for a Pride event. So shout out to everybody. They brought Trina out, but I met her at the Spark event because I was hosting it. And I was like, there's no way I'm not going to say hi to her. She was getting back in her car. I was like, oh my God, Trina.
That's awesome.
I'm your biggest fan.
That's
but I
awesome.
really am like, but Trina, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, met
That's your top three?
top three.
Okay.
Not in order. Met 50 Cent, met Trina, haven't met Lil Wayne yet, but I've been to all like damn near every concert except for the one that was just at Connecticut because I didn't think it was worth it. Like I'll be real, like I've been to like his concerts. Like I drove all the way to shout out to that person. But they got me tickets in Pennsylvania, Philly
Damn.
to see him at the Fillmore.
Damn.
And it was dope, yeah.
I saw him once in Mansfield in like 2011. Lil Wayne. It was crazy.
Probably at that time too. I was like, I gotta look. I'm like, I only remember Virginia. Nope, that was Virginia. I went to see him in Virginia that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Who was
great
he?
show.
Was he on tour with people?
It was Rick Ross.
Oh no, this
Yeah.
was Carrie
Hilson?
Yes.
She was there too, though.
Okay, so maybe he didn't come to that
He
show
didn't come
then.
to that one, maybe.
In Virginia then.
Yeah.
Because I would have
It
remembered.
was like the I Am Music tour, I think, or
Yes.
something like that. Yeah.
And we had Lloyd open, and
Yeah.
it was so empty, and I was so mad because I'm just like, oh my God, but I'm glad he brought him back out.
Yeah.
Carrie Hilson, and I'm missing somebody off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Ross,
That
not
must have
come to
been-
Virginia. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
Rick Ross was there in
Yeah.
Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Wow.
And he randomly, right before the show started, like the day before the show started, MGK got added. This is 2011.
Stop.
I swear to God.
Wait, we gotta,
MGK got
What?
added. And nobody knew who he was, except me and my friend knew who he was. Like, we knew like a few songs by him. So we were like, oh, that's random. So like he's performing and nobody's paying attention. We're like up in the field. Like we liked like a couple of his songs. This is when he was like rapping.
Right.
And we were like, yeah, MGK.
because when he came out, I was like, ooh, like this, okay.
Yeah,
But,
he could really rap.
Yeah.
But no,
Now I think he's like in
pretty-
random shows and shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Random
he had one of the most
randomest careers.
least gracious downfalls from rap
Yeah.
too. Like it was.
Well, he
was
pretty
it
started
bad.
beefing
making
with was
punk
it
rock.
Eminem and then but he
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
beefing with somebody. It was just stupid.
He
I
picked
actually-
the wrong.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it,
it was
just
just
didn't have
dumb.
to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, it was G-Eazy, right?
There, I'm like, there was like another. Yeah,
Right.
it was like crazy during
He
that
was
time.
beefing with every other white rapper.
No, I'm like, what are you trying to make a name for you? Like you're already out here.
Yeah.
We everybody like, you're cool.
He was. I thought he was fine. Yeah, for
Yeah.
a while, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden he just really like clowned himself big
Yep.
time. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, come on,
Yeah,
that's weird.
I liked his style. I liked all that shit that he brought together. Yeah.
Yeah, I was into it for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
Is because he really, I mean, it's interesting because at the time I didn't really think about it as much. Ohio's like known as a joke, but he like being from Cleveland like repped it super hard.
Yeah.
And
Kid
now
Cudi
Ohio's like
came out like
meme.
right before him, and he was from Cleveland too. But he didn't rep it the way MGK did. MGK loves Cleveland.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
bitch, I'm from
he got a
LA."
championship ring when the Cavs won.
No, him and I was like, do something with
how come you didn't
connection.
get a championship ring?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to
Come
figure
on.
this out. I'm like, I think I'd have been to more than 5 events. Like, does that count? Like, was I supposed
Yeah,
to?
you got to get something.
Look it.
I'm sure it's in the contract. That's super annoying that they.
I gotta
like,
ask Adam Silver when he comes back. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't give me anything. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
like put me on full time or something to make sure that happens
Right.
next time.
yeah,
I
right.
know Kai said that when he told Kai asked him to draft him last night or some stupidness or whatever to
Kai
announce him as to
Cenat?
get. Oh, let me slow down. He asked Adam Silver to announce him as he was as if he was being drafted. yes.
Last night?
I seen that on like a blogger thing. Yes, and he did
That's
it.
funny.
He did it. Adam Silver did
Did
that
he really?
shit. Yes. I was like, Oh, I missed all the action inside there. Like, this is
Damn.
crazy.
Damn. All you need is like a little, I guess a lot of clout. All you
Yep,
need is some
clout and
clout
money.
and you can just do whatever you want.
Kai Cenat plays basketball against like 12-year-olds, and he
That's
like
crazy.
dominates them. I don't know what league it is or what, but I've seen videos of this.
Is that like the Peyton Manning where he's like beating the shit out of the kids in football? Where he's
Yeah,
like
it's
pegging?
like that. But he's actually funny because I think it was Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. They have a podcast together, and they were
Yeah.
interviewing him, and they were like, he was like, "Oh, you guys got to watch my basketball highlights," and they were showing it, and they're like, "Kai, like these are kids." He's like, "No." He goes, "No, they're almost 13. They're almost 13."
Stop.
I was like, "This dude's pretty funny."
Yeah. That is crazy.
Yo. He had John Cena on his show and everything. Like, I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
Like, he's so random.
Could you even see him,
Oh,
Who?
shit.
John Cena?
No.
No, that's his whole thing. Yeah.
That would have been crazy. But no, I have not met John Cena. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That was some
You wouldn't know if you met him because you can't see him.
No, that's his whole thing.
I just got.
man.
Yeah. I'm mad that took me like a while to click it. And you said it again. I'm just like, no, I didn't see it. Like, no. Oh my gosh.
Like I'm taking pictures by myself.
Right.
I could have swore he was there.
Yeah. Nah.
So what's the plan for this basketball season? Are you going to be at the Garden a lot?
Aiming to be.
Yeah.
I know we're away like I'm a part of the team. They're away
You
for
are
like the
part of the
next.
team. We're getting that ring.
They're away like the next week or so.
Okay. Yeah.
So right now, just plotting and planning. That's just real. Plotting and planning.
Yeah.
Try to stay busy. And focused. Even if not like DJing, I would love to be a part of production. Like that's like what I'm doing on the outside. So like setting up, I love that stuff. Like for pay, because I feel like I was doing it for free for artists, and so I'd rather do it for an NBA team or
Of course, yeah.
or
Gotta
the
get
Xfinity
paid.
Center that actually has, it might get me a deal in it. Let me stop. But the actual artist is gonna pay me. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I would say that's like the next definitely journey.
Okay.
Definitely sticking close with them and trying to tap in with the players, honestly, as well. Like
Yeah.
me and Drew got our little fake thing going on. I did it to him last night. My phone was dead, so I didn't get to record it.
Yeah.
I call him Twin, and he
Okay, so
now-
you're gonna get him on our podcast, right?
yes, no, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I'm serious
please.
too. Let's go.
Because Drew is like, I mean, like this is my favorite. Porzingis is my favorite. That's right. But like Drew's my favorite. Like to him,
Drew
and,
seems like a good guy.
yeah,
Real
him
good
and
guy.
Derek and Al Horford. But it's like, Al Horford's like, he's the chill. He's just relaxed. But Drew's like, he's just such a sweetie. Like they're all sweet. That's the thing. They're all humble, but they're just all just, I don't know what to say. Cause I'm just like, they're all just chill. But no, Drew,
Yeah.
that's the homie. That's the twin. That's twin. And
All
he'd be
right.
responding. So I'm like,
All
all
right,
right.
Drew Holiday coming on the podcast.
He responds
Let's
to
go.
me. That's it.
Heard it here first.
Yep.
But Al Horford, I would definitely say he's also like the NBA, whoever. Y'all need to start including him in y'all promo. I seen what his sister posted because that's true. Y'all be leaving him out all the promo.
Yeah,
and
I did
he
see that, yeah.
like be putting in work. And he really is so humble, so sweet. Like you ask to take a picture, you take a picture. He had a basketball clinic that my godson was at, and he was just there working with every single youth. Like he was there from the morning to night, and I'm just like, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
As an NBA player, like this is crazy, but
That's
like
awesome.
he plays an active role, and we don't be sleeping on him. Don't be sleeping on him. Like,
His dad seems cool too.
oh my
Tito.
gosh, Tito, yeah. He was chilling outside like the lounge like last season,
Yeah.
and I was just like, Al Horford's pappy. Just I don't know why it came out like that.
Oh yeah, you have a picture with him.
so I just be saying stupid stuff like what, but I think that's like how they ended up remembering. Because I'm like, I don't just want to be known as just like that DJ, like like I don't remember, like I'm be real, like it's still a male dominated world, like like just,
for
I'm just
sure,
like
yeah.
even with the DJ game, so it's just like they know their folks and stuff. So I just be trying to make my little lane for myself and be like,
Yeah.
hey, that's it, that's me.
I noticed before you mentioned earlier too, like with the you're on like a certain email chain. It's like one of the things that I feel like open these doors for you is, and something that people like we struggle with this sometimes. Everyone who's trying to build something struggles with this. Is you're looking for someone to give it to you, but you got to ask.
Yep.
You went out and asked,
Yep.
and were like, "Do you need somebody for this?"
Yeah.
And they did, and then you got your chance, and that's something that I think a lot of people like. You forget, like you have almost the ego of someone's going to give me the opportunity.
Oh, good.
They'll see me and I'll get the opportunity. But like asking is
Right.
what it is, you know?
And being open ended too with that ask though, because some people will take that no. Granted, it's disappointing you hear that no. every time somebody tells me no, I always keep it. Well, before I hear the no, I'll be like, or if there are any other opportunities or anything else or like that, keep me posted or in mind, whatever like that. So it's not just like, oh damn, I couldn't do that because they like, why would they want to work with you after that? Like you're only looking to me for one thing. So keeping like definitely open-minded, like open-ended, like with your stuff, because maybe they don't need you today and you just say, oh well, forget you, and they might call you tomorrow. Or whoever it is might back out. So, and that's what happens a lot sometimes too. Like people be backing out of events and I'm like, oh shit. And they be like, we called you last minute. Like, I guess this is cool. As long as y'all pay, cool, whatever. Y'all should hit me up first. But what am I going to say to that? Like,
Right.
Right.
I'll pull up. I'll be there with all my equipment. It's like,
That's good advice though. We're clipping that out. You gotta just ask. You gotta just ask.
what you gonna hit a no and get for what? Like, you didn't have it before. You know?
Yeah, and you got to be okay with hearing no.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And it humbles you and it makes you a little bit stronger, like tougher. Like, all right, like,
Yeah.
to gear up that next email. That's it.
Definitely.
Live Nation denies me every week, and I still keep applying. Like for media passes and stuff like that. And like, you know, like I only did a Gunna show with them, and I'm grateful for that. That's not true. They approved me for Gunna and they approved me for Kirk Franklin, but it's like that's 2 out of like the 30 that I applied for. So it's just like you just still got to keep going and not.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
just
that is
enjoy it.
interesting.
Like, why not? Like, okay, why did you tell me no? Like, what was it? Oh, I know why. Oh, because they already have media there. Like, you know, it's not all about you sometimes. Like, there's
Right.
other stuff going on. Like, you know?
Can't take it personally.
I think a lot of that
Right.
stuff, it's like for jobs particularly, like especially gig kind of jobs like this type of stuff, it's a no for now. It's not a no flat out.
Right,
Like,
right.
there just might not. They might already had someone. Like,
Right,
it's just like how
For
it works.
for
Like,
years. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
with COVID, they've been rebooking people for
but if you catch them on a wave where that guy just retired and now it's like they need someone they don't even know, they've tried a few people.
Talk
like
about it.
you never know. Like
Yep.
you just got to ask. So if anybody needs 2 podcast hosts, please reach out to us at Boston's Big 4 _
You dig.
on Instagram.
You dig.
Yeah.
Live coverage of your events, whatever you need. Look, they got you.
We can
Just
do
kidding.
It.
Just
we can
kidding.
do it all.
Pay us and fund this podcast.
Say
We're not
that.
doing a podcast for you.
True. We're not helping anybody.
Yeah. No, I changed my mind. I'm sick of it.
Y'all
out.
helped enough.
We're in it for
I'm
ourselves.
gonna be real. I'm saying that's a whole different mindset, and it's right there. Like somebody's teaching me that, and it sounds so selfish, but it's like you got to start, especially y'all. Think about like all the stuff that you do, like even the playlist. Like I would go back, like that's time, and
It's definitely
that's
time.
People
Yeah.
that you all like, yo, somebody else should be listening to this. Like that's a job in itself. Like what the hell?
It is.
Like
Doesn't pay too well, but
Right,
it's a job.
right.
Yeah.
Like Spotify curators over here getting paid, whatever, and
Right.
they're not even.
I'm trying to be a Spotify curator.
What the hell?
but,
It's
yeah.
a lot of like you to balance in anything, to balance time, effort, and what you get out of it is like it's insane. Like there's certain things you can spend a lot of time like tinkering or like you're way fine tuning and can be good, but how if you just put it out like a little unrefined, would it have been the same?
Right.
Like that probably more applies to like podcasting where us doing like specific cuts and stuff. It's like
Gotcha.
in the end, like sometimes people just listen to the audio. So like, what am
Yeah.
I doing with the video all the time? So there's like things like that. But like when it comes to obviously like the playlist, like we're working on getting it on all platforms right now. It's just Spotify. Like, so there's stuff like that. Like you said, there's just like work and it's never ending. Like you just keep seeing like
Always,
what we
always.
have to do next. How could I improve this? And
Right.
what's
Always-
more important
yeah.
than the next thing?
always room to improve.
Right.
Yeah.
always.
So, you know what's funny? I've actually been trying to apply some. It hasn't always, I'm not always faithful to it, but Scrum methodologies. If anyone look it up,
Scrum
it's just like it's basically taking tasks and prioritizing them, and then by like how important they are versus and how long it's going to take. So like,
See, I be thinking everything's important. I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do now.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the other thing too is like coming up with like certain intervals of like definitions of done, and that is a long conversation, but like whole different thing. But those are just things, and I'm sure, like when you're making an album and things like that, you have to take into account like at this point. I've heard people say like put out the song when it's 85% done.
Yeah, I've heard that
Because it's
too.
like you'll never get
it's
to
never gonna
what
be
you
100,
say is
yeah.
100%.
Right.
So Anyways, that was a long-winded way of me saying all that, but we have kept you here for a while.
I was like, I'm squirming now. I got to use the bathroom. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
look,
do
you see,
too.
look, you see, I sat up. I was like, wait a minute.
No, we're like almost at 2.5.
We're having a good
so-
time, and I love
Yeah.
this though. Like, and we've never got to really sit down.
No, we haven't.
and
I've always
chop
just
it
seen
up.
you like in passing, and it's always great to see you. But it's always just like a quick
I know.
high
Yeah.
and by type of thing. So yeah.
And it felt natural. Like, this is nothing. Like, just came in here. Y'all have been kicking it.
Yeah.
Good
I
vibes,
appreciate
like,
that.
good
Yeah,
vibes.
I feel like we always say like we're never sure, especially because like you and I met officially today. Like we've seen each other
That's
plenty
still
of times.
crazy to me.
Yeah. And first of all, I already felt like I knew you. This happens
Yeah,
sometimes
true.
with guests, but then just how easy the conversation can be sometimes. Like just the first time you meet someone, but. Don't want to keep you here all night. Do you have anything in particular you want to plug? I know we can find you at DJ WhySham on everything.
Yes. No. WhySham 617.
Am I? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But then honestly, DJ WhySham pops up, like it pops up everywhere. Like
Okay.
it pops up everywhere. So you find DJ WhySham, that's gonna come up.
Gotcha.
Things to look out for. Sunday I'll be in North Attleboro if anybody want a Halloween party. That's only 45 minutes away.
Okay.
Fresh off whatever. Y'all be the first to hear this one too. First night Boston. So if y'all looking for something to do, I will be back out there hosting it and
Okay.
Running
maybe
the
a little
city.
DJ. Yeah, like it was
Yeah,
a great time.
You are running the city.
Before
You
I
need the
end,
key.
keep what I said in mind though too, because that was another event that I emailed them and was just like, hey, can I DJ the gaps in between? And they emailed me back like couple days before, and somebody had just canceled on me. Like I didn't even take a deposit or nothing, so I was so bummed. I'm just like, I would do this on New Year's Eve and like that, and people just keep playing around. And then first night Boston's like, yeah. I was like, wait, what? It
That's
was
awesome.
over. So like, don't be afraid of that no, that ask or whatever it is, because now we're about to go on year 2 for it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And this did not happen. Everybody did not say yes. Trust me. Oh my goodness. They did not say yes. But I'm
Okay.
grateful for the people who do and the people who tell me no. And then I explain why they said no.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like you've gotten a lot of opportunities just by asking. So
Yeah.
that's really
You have to.
important. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Awesome
thank you.
conversation. I think
great.
we're probably gonna have to do a part 2 someday.
Yes. I will.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
I'll bring
There's
merch
always
then.
going to be stuff to
Yeah.
talk about.
We will
Yeah,
too.
we need some
Yeah.
merch. We need some merch. We both need
Oh
to
my
print new
God.
merch.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
So-
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
Love
WhySham.
all. Look
Love you.
it.
Thank you.
Y'all
It's a
are
wrap.
lit.